Hello and welcome to this Summer 18 Arena Clash. It's Monday night and we have Tekken. My name's Abominable.
And I'm Eternal Dragon.
And we are here to have some fights. Now, we had some amazing action last week. We saw some teams really set their stall out. I'm wondering what we may see again today. Eternal Dragon, how have you been?
I've been really good. As you said, we had an explosive first week, and I'm excited to see what's in store after we saw the teams kind of get their names out there and put a stamp on the beginning of this arena clash.
Indeed, we saw Colchester and Bradford set their stalls out. Two teams that we have seen. Colchester, and they have many times played in the previous installments of the clash and done pretty well, but been nearly men.
Yeah.
But this time we saw them step into this tournament and just play absolutely brilliantly. Played
Exactly.
so well.
Yep. And then we saw Bradford, who in a way were kind of unknown, and they really came out and showed that they have a strong team. So I'm eager to see what happens because they're going to be playing again today.
Absolutely. Bradford, we didn't know anything about them at the time.
Yeah.
But we know a lot about them now. They were unbelievably strong, weren't they?
They definitely were. So if you just look at the table here, we can see that Bradford did win their opening match there. And currently they're top of the table, enjoying it all. And then we see Manchester, they won their match, and the Centurions, the match that we saw last week, they actually won as well.
Indeed, indeed. Manchester really did set their stall out versus the Invincibles. Heading into the final group, familiar picture there, Harriers, Kingston Harriers, some great players, Strikey, Pez, Charlie. They've set their stall out with a win, as have the Claymores. And Kestrels and Pirates are lagging behind with one loss each. Now, one of the interesting parts about Group 1 is we actually saw a draw, which at such an early stage in the Summer Arena Clash for Tekken is kind of unusual.
Yeah, and for a game like Tekken, where draws are kind of in this format, you don't see them often. There will usually be a definitive winner because someone will drop a round, drop a match. So seeing a draw is adds interesting dynamic to it.
It's such a rare and exciting thing, and it's part of the format is that Eternal Dragon will go into the format shortly, but you can have draws. And to have them in these early stages where usually you see some really strong teams meet some teams that are maybe entering their first competition is really unusual. So yeah, the Guardians and the Smugglers both came out with a draw. And Eternal Dragon, do you want to just talk very quickly about the format?
Yeah, so the format has changed from previous seasons, as we said last week, and instead of it being first to one, it's now first to two. So it adds more depth to it. So you're down on your first round, your first match. You have a chance to use that team aspect, that team synergy, and come back and win it. So it's still the round robin format, but now you've got more games to get in there, to play some more Tekken, and to really turn around the result instead of just one and done and it was over before you even remember it.
Yeah, and it adds something to the story as well. I think we saw in the last week's clash that it was interesting. You could see some adaptation from the players. You could see some of the players take a step back and say, hang on a minute, I'm in a real match here.
Yeah.
I really need to change my play style. And I'm hoping we see more of that today. Last season, with a first-to-one format, it felt to me like people were just trying to express themselves as quick as possible without really thinking about what their opponent were doing. So it should be very interesting. So we've got Bradford Rams versus Tyneside Guardians. How do you call this?
Well, I see Bradford taking this win. I'm just going to say it straight out, just because we saw how strong they were last week, and I think they're going to be too much for Tyneside. I hope that I'm proven wrong and we see a competitive match, but I'm going with Bradford this week again. You know, they're going to ride the wave 2 weeks in a row. I think they're going to take it.
You may well be right. We shall see. Of course, London Lionhearts are in the same group. This is a Group 1 game.
Yeah.
They must be watching last week's effort from. Today is the first time they're playing a game.
Yeah.
They actually didn't play last week. They sat out. Each team will sit out for 1 week. So they've got to sit back, not start their season, and watch all the other teams sit out their stall. They must be watching this Bradford team thinking, we've got a game on here.
They're pretty good. Interesting that the London team are known as the strongest region, and whatever player you have in their team, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. So seeing as the seasons develop and new players come out, it's just exciting to see who's going to come out of it. So we're going to get into our first match here of the day of the second week.
Absolutely, and while they just get ready, I think I said it last week, I'm going to say it again. I think this could be the season where London Lionhearts may meet at their end. It just may well happen. Now, London in the UK has kind of been the centre for UK Tekken.
Yeah.
This could be the time that it changes. We've got all of the northern teams, such as Bradford, such as Manchester. I mean, these guys are legit Tekken pros.
Yeah. We saw how strong York were as well, where
Of
even
course.
before that they were unknown. No one would even pick York to be a strong region, but they've really shown that each clash they've qualified and they've been to the finals twice.
Absolutely, and the whole today is a themed of the North. It's almost the Battle of the North.
Yeah, Battle of the North.
I can see now the players are just getting ready to start. They're just saying, "Let me know when we need to start." I think I'll just let them know that they can start. And yeah, I mean, I'm not so sure. You seem very sure that it's Bradford that could start this.
Yeah, I see that they're going to come out with a victor. Going on what you said earlier, you asked me last week who I think is going to take it, and I was like, yeah, Lionhearts are going to win this season. But after that first week, I think I'm going to go with what you said. This might be the season where we are going to see them dethroned. After seeing how strong these teams were, I was surprised. So I think I'm going to actually join you on that one by saying,
really, you're agreeing with me?
Yeah, I agree with you because I was like, no, I'm going to take the safe bit. And
someone clip that. Eternal Dragon is agreeing with me after just 1 week. This is early.
Straight away. I'm changing my mind now.
If it's going to happen any season, I just think it's going to happen this season. London, they've been so dominant, and every time York have met them in the final, we'll talk about York later, fantastic team. London have just kind of, it's been close at times, but they've ridden over everyone else.
Yeah, you're right. The actual score has been just domination, but individual matches, you see the adaptation, you see even some of the photos, the videos, you see some of the London players were like, and they shake them hands and they know that they were close. They were close. So the teams are getting there, and it's just good to show UK second is getting stronger and everyone's just eager to get involved with this game. Absolutely.
Should we talk just very briefly while the game's just starting up now? We should talk very briefly about what the players that for Bradford, who they use, So if we start with Risky Luck.
So Risky Luck, explosive Claudio. There is kind of there's like a sort of mini competition of vying of who's the strongest Claudio, and he's come out of nowhere and said, I'm the best, and I'm going to show you I'm the best. And we see that he's got a very aggressive style, and I didn't dislike the character, but I didn't like him. He actually made me think, wow, I like this character.
Really?
Yeah, just showing how aggressive he is, just those burning knuckles, just straight banging him in the face. It's just like, yep, I like how you play this character.
So pure unbridled aggression. That's what you like.
I love that.
Moving on to Super Akuma, Guki Akuma. Don't get too excited.
He could be at that skill one day. I think he's a very good Akuma player. We've seen that he's got the execution for the more difficult Akuma combos, and he really understands how people should fight against Akuma, and he counters that. He knows that you have to sidestep, so he will do the homing move.
And then finally in the Bradford team, we've got Wiki, who normally uses Hwarang, who's just very, very strong. We are going into the game very shortly. We're just seeing who's been picked, and very interesting pick here.
I think this might be our first Katarina. I don't recall seeing Katarina Arena Clash. And
I have.
I love that we see Feng Wei. Feng Wei is my main, so I'm really happy that we get to see more of this lovely Kung Fu master.
I love when we see Feng Wei. I've got a game off. I just let you talk through it. You love Feng so much. And here we go into the game.
First match, let's go.
Devil's Pit.
So interesting that Risky Luck actually gone with Katarina in this match. We were just talking about his Claudio, now he's just gone for Katarina.
This is pure domination already.
Right,
nice shoulder.
He's got rage, and he gets it with the forward three throw, the Climbing Dragon.
Sometimes the wall is not your friend. We saw it there, but he got a good command throw. Oh, and nearly the full comeback.
Yeah, unfortunately traded there.
Nice bit of pressure. Oh, up forward, 4-4. Will catch him. Should take him all the way towards the wall.
Have to be careful. That hop kick does have 2 hits of it. Just backing up now. He's going to have to try and slice him to get out of the wall. Uses back once to stop the counter hit. But then again, Risky Luck uses another counter hit setup of his own, and he's 2 rounds up now.
Risky Luck looking very strong indeed.
There we go. Back one. That palm just stops the pressure. Runs up and does the command throw. Second throw not broken. Is he onto something now? Oh, gets it.
Risky Luck. Risky Luck looks less sure of himself now.
Yeah. He's coming back. Are we going to see a perfect? They just do a safe, kind of relative safe pressure. Just doesn't want to overexert himself, and there you go. He's got a round on the board. Santan still in it. Gets hit with the snake edge.
We're going online with that one. That's online tactic straight with a low right at the start.
There we go. Hop kick of his own now.
Oh, nearly catches with the shoulder.
That was unfortunate that he missed there.
Another low. It's not a limbo competition. Nice up 4-4. Doesn't punish it. Goes to the 1+2. It's broken for the first time. Another
Snake
low.
Edge, yeah. That low that we typically call Snake Edge in the Tekken community just because of the move from Brian Fury. So we kind of generally call all those slow lows Snake Edges. And it's so demoralizing when you get hit by one because it's very slow, but you can be unsure of to think, do I duck now or not? And you kind of duck and then stand up and you get hit by it.
So what are the core characteristics of a Snake Edge? I'd probably say they're reasonably slow. They are very seeable.
Yep.
If you block them, you should launch they call it death on block. You can launch it and you can take away a huge chunk.
Yep.
But if you get hit by it,
oh, man,
it's a Snake Edge.
Yeah, it's soul crushing.
Snake bit.
Because if I could have blocked that, I would have taken that much life. It deters from doing it. You get hit by it, it's like mental damage because you're frustrated. You got hit by that move. They're thinking, oh, he didn't block that. So it adds a further layer of mind games because everyone says, oh, how could you get hit by that? Everyone starts to kind of think, why you get hit by that?
It's easy to say, isn't it?
Exactly.
But we've all been hit by it. We've all had our legs taken from under us with the Snake Edge. But interestingly, okay, they came out, they got the win. We've seen Risky Luck do that before. It's 1-0, but it's first to 2. That all said and done, Risky Luck kind of played to his name there. All of those lows were super risky.
Ooh,
it wasn't
risky.
just the Snake Edge that we were talking about. Nearly all of those lows were launch punishable.
Yeah.
If he just got blocked once, that would have been it.
Exactly. That round was very typical Katarina. The few jab strings into the counter hit knee, fishing for that, and then go for the big lows.
Yeah.
It was just the tick box of what you see the Katarina style at certain levels. It's very risky because I thought we was going to see his main straight off the bat, but he's picked Katarina, and it didn't look as strong, nowhere near as strong as Claudio. And he took the round, he got the win, but you saw Santan was still actually giving him trouble. He got hit by the slow lows, Feng's sidestep low as well. That's another move that is also death on block as well. But he got clipped by that, and he didn't break a command throw. So hopefully, if Santan is using this in terms, this break to analyze what happened, he can see, okay, he didn't break none of my throws, I'm going to do it again.
Absolutely. And as a matter of respect, if you see your opponent not block that first slow low, do you just go for it over and over again? Do you do it?
I would go for it again and stagger the time in, because if they block it once, then you have, right, I'm going to do it again, and then you might mix up with a different move. So definitely, as you've taught me about, testing them, putting these tests in the game.
And we're not sure whether he passed it the first time round. Let's see what happens now. Look at that down forward one, the pressure there standing over. Oh, nice bit of gymnastics. Goes for it again, hits this time, 3 times in a row.
This does it again.
4, gets caught in the back, and they should be.
Yeah, nice punish on that. Gets him with a hop kick launch.
Nice combo.
Goes low.
Goes low again.
If you see, Santan has to start realizing that when he's using the stance from Katarina, he's going for the big low. So he's going to have to start realizing that. I like this more patient play. Space, excellent sidestep there, and he goes for the low.
Oh, stayed down the whole time. He was duck blocking before he even thought of going for the low.
Yeah, sometimes you can get set in your ways when you think, I'm doing this regardless of what they were doing.
Oh, unusual whiff there. Nice. Needs to pressure more. Oh, gets that low. If he was a bit closer in, it was a clean hit, would have taken a chunk. Very even right now. Big whiff. Doesn't get big punished.
There you go.
Goes for the low.
You see, he was backdashing and trying to get out of there, but it just wasn't fast enough, and he got clipped by it. I see he's trying to shoulder her when she's coming in for the stance as well. Just like that. A good option.
Oh, 1+2 break again. Gone for that throw every single time. Needs to mix it up a bit more now. Great low. Is he going to get around on the board? Gets caught.
Yeah, so trying not to do too much of that 4-3-4, the climbing dragon from Feng Wei, one of his main launches.
Ooh.
And as I say launch, it just gets hop kicked and Santan gets around on the board. Same position as last match. Will Risky Luck take it, or will Santan come back?
Goes for, what is it, the Iron Fist?
Oh, the Iron Mountain that
Iron
shoulder is,
Mountain.
yeah, but actually didn't get the full connect there.
Can duck that second hit. Nice hop kick. Catching him. Probably catching him going for another low, I'd imagine. Goes for a delayable hop kick again.
Oh.
And another low. Will this kill him? He should go for the Rage Art here. Does. Okay. What are you thinking, Eternal Dragon? Does it kill him or doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think he'll die. The scaling is quite a lot yet.
No, not quite. He's likely to run in now.
He's got rage now. Oh, and he spent it too early, and he hopped.
Oh, slow-mo city in our first first mini set.
That was close.
That was so close.
You saw the joint of his knee just slightly bending up and almost clipped her, but he just got
I'm so
caught
excited. We've got Tekken. It's Monday night. I just can't wait to see more of this. That was such a good game.
Yeah.
I felt like they were working their way back into that a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. You can see the differences from if that was 1-1. There's not much you can take from that. But you saw, okay, Santan was getting the first match was over really quick. So in that match, he was a bit more defensive and then went in. He backed off and then went in. If I was going to just critique it from a Feng Wei perspective, he was using the tools at the right time. He used a side step low. He went underneath Katarina's high, but I think he was too risky. He was using hop kicks. He was using the shoulder. He was using the 4-3-4 Feng's 2-hitting launcher, and he's given up damage when he doesn't need to. He was being safe at times, but he didn't stay safe, and he wasn't risky when he needed to. You've got a big life lead, you're in the lead, and you do a sidestep low, but with you don't dash in their face, you don't dash back. You have to try and mix up the timing.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at the game now. I can see Metro game have left. They should stay in the game. Now, this could be a first in the arena clash that someone got banged up so hard they decided to cut the whole set short, leaving us with no show. So I'm just going to invite them back in. Both of them have left, actually. That's very unusual. I'm just sending them back in.
So while Abominable sorts that out, the match was, like I said, risky luck. I want to see your Claudio. Please pick Claudio. That's what I want to see. That's who you won my heart by using Claudio. I want to see Claudio. Katarina was all right, but it's not your Claudio. Santan, you used Feng well. There's some things that you can work on. I like the usage of the back one because it is that move where you're being pressured. It's a get off move. He just palms him. It is a get off move, and you got the follow up as well. Excellent. That's you've got some knowledge when you're using those quintessential Feng moves. Just have to use more of them. Feng can be played really safe and poke heavy, but he can play risky at the right times as well.
I'm holding the pad and I've got Tekken in front of me. I just kind of want to
play.
I want to go on ranks.
Where's the other one?
Let's just watch Abominable play ranks for a little while. Why not?
So we just deathmatch. No, your rank's higher than me.
Just a little bit, just a tiny bit. Whilst we get them back, I think they are just joining back now. Okay, so it did go to script. We saw it play out how we thought. We didn't see the character pick as we expected it to be. That was interesting, but I think just some low blocking that could have done it.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to tell these guys, do not leave. You see nasty Abominable, and here we go. Do not leave. I can't. There is a good censor system, so much so that even I can't speak my friend Gabenga's name
without it being censored.
Because apparently African people's names are banned. I don't know why that would be.
This game.
Okay, so here we go. I think they're getting ready to play now. Go ahead.
Right, so one will set up the next match, which should be Goki X Akuma versus Jacking's Worth. Actually, I think that might be his real name, but
no, that's his handle. No, they've got a substitute called Demon D. We've just been told, but that Jacking's Worth is actually his handle. I've seen some unusual handles in my days, but just making up a name that isn't your own is a new one on me. So we're going in now. So Demon D versus Guki Akuma. How'd you call this one? You don't know Demon D, so it might not be easy.
Yeah. Just because it's Akuma, I would go with Akuma because unless you specifically trained against them, you can be really good.
Yeah.
I've played against Akuma and I'm thinking, I stopped just for that reason. I just stopped because you know why.
Yeah, so we just stopped for a moment because my character is going to be played now, so I get to talk for a bit. We're going to see King versus Akuma. Now, there are certain things that I'm going to go really quick. King, if you hop knee, it stops all of Akuma's jump-ins. If you just keep doing a hop knee over and over again, you stop it all. You've got to be really quick. You've got to react really fast. But if you do that, you can take him a lot of damage off him very quickly. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens here. Let's go. Not a very big stage. That doesn't help King at all. Here we go. Oh, hop knee straight away. And you can see Akuma playing the keep out that we're also used to seeing.
Oh, he knew that was punishable there as well.
Gets caught in the back. Nice adjusted combo. Guki Akuma just catching him there. That was a sidestep trap. Oh, seeing some stagger kick setups. Now the low. That low isn't actually a bad option against Akuma. Sidestepping reasonably, could sidewalk. So you can see there, King's kind of moving in a staggered fashion. If you just hold up or down, you'll actually just sidewalk.
There you go, he's listening.
He's doing it. I feel like I'm in this guy's ear. What's the delay on this? That's so hard, just trying to get in there.
We saw that last week. He is committed. You got a pixel of life. He is not going to do anything but throw Hadoukens at you.
Now, Eternal Dragon, you spoke last week about your feeling about these 2D characters, about how you think they don't fit in Tekken. Do you still feel that way watching this?
I just don't like him. Yeah, it changes. It changes how you play Tekken, and I'm so used to doing certain things at 90% of the cast. For a few that you have to change up, it kind of messes with your timing. You have to learn because you're playing the game, but I particularly don't really like the 2D characters in the game.
Demon D's close in. He just needs to do a rage art. He gets caught. Gonna get caught again. Needs to get up. Does Tech.
Oh, he might die.
Oh,
he didn't die.
Get in, King. Here we go. Where are we going? We're going that way. 1 round all. Demon D with the rage art. Unbelievable. Could punish that a lot more, but still he's he's catching Guki Akuma with some, I would say, some fairly day 1 or 2 King tactics, but it's catching him. I love to see this because it's one of those things. You might go toe to toe with a really great player and do well, but you need to know how to handle all types of player.
Yeah, that's very true. There's at times that we've been like, oh, I'm betting this person because they're lower skill, but they're doing a certain playstyle.
It doesn't matter. The move, you don't see the move that often. It can go against you, and that's what we're seeing a bit here. Catches him again. I mean, that is punishable on every single hit. If it's whichever one it stops, heavily punishable.
I like to see him kind of mix up some of the moves. King's got a lot of moves to use as well.
Stayed under that fireball, but just got up at the wrong time. Could do a rage art again. I reckon he's looking for it. Trying to find that one moment. Nice bit of... Oh, what sidestepping. Nice. That went for the hop knee. Wasn't the worst option. You've got to gamble pretty hard at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good to see some King either way. Some things he did there, I would have told you, but if you told me before you going into the match, I'm going to do stagger kicks into punch, I'd say, don't do that. He was catching him, and he's a top level Akuma player.
Yeah, it's a good tactic to do the so-called lower level or tactic, but you use it and it catches him off guard because I find myself saying, oh, he did it, he's not going to do it again. All right, he's not going to do it one more time. This time he's not going to do it, and before you know, you've lost all your life.
I've actually started picking... funny enough, I have a theory about this. I got beaten by some players that, recently I thought, oh, they're not as experienced. But I realised stuff like 10-hit combos, I've started doing them now. Because it's really, really good. It's sometimes just like, people don't expect at that level that you're going to do a 10-hit combo or stagger kicks or anything like that.
Yeah. And a lot of them, you can do it up to the low, because the low in the 10-hit, most players of a certain level will know the lows come in a low parry. So up until that point, sometimes the moves are either safe or people don't press anything because they see the 10 hit. So it is a viable strategy to use the 10 hit up until a certain point. Feng has a 10 hit which looks like his normal move, so you can stagger up to mix it up there as well. So I do agree about using 10 hits. I think every move has a place in the game.
Absolutely.
We spoke about this before where some people say never use this move. But there is going to be one time when you should use that move.
Now, they're just saying they need to change the buttons for the next set. Now, they actually did put that in the character select screen of Tekken. So I'm not sure if our producing team can relay that to the development center.
Does it work online as well?
It does. It does.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll see if we can get that information to them, and they may need to leave again.
Funny, because when you said it, I don't actually touch it anymore because it's set on my console for life now.
It's one of the best things about like, when you're playing in a tournament, the last guy sits up, you sit down. Now, normally you might need to go out of the character select screen, back into the option screen, but now you can actually do it in the character select. So here we go into the game. Nice sidestepping here. Demon D doing the things you need to do against Akuma. You need to space out and then come in hard.
Oh,
could have turned that into a juggle combo.
You're going to take that, Tech, aren't you?
Yeah, it's good. It hits very high. It's nice. Goes for it again.
I'd like to see a bit more variety of King's arsenal. I want to see some throws, maybe some giant swing.
It's taking Guki Akuma way out of his comfort zone, though, isn't it?
Oh, there we go.
Goes for another arm break. Nice.
All right, he knows it.
Ooh. Big call. May live to... He hasn't got a bar, so he may survive this. He does. Oh, I'm not sure even if he went for the rage art, he would have survived that.
Yeah, Demon D had the momentum on his side, but when he's on the fly, wouldn't hop kick in that moment. Oh, DDT!
Nice low. Gets caught.
Axe kick.
Let's see how far this goes. This could go all the way to the wall. He's got one bar. If you look in that bottom right corner, you can see Akuma, unlike King, has a super bar or an EX bar, which he can use to spend it into an EX uppercut just like that.
He's going to do another dive kick. Oh no, he's going to... Alright, I thought he was going to have the gauntlet of the fireballs again. Just goes for the slow sweep. Good kick to Akuma. Up 2 rounds now. Another power crush from King.
Very nice.
There you go, good side step there. There we go.
Oh, what's this? Adjusted combo. Oh, why not? That was good. Go slow again. Guki Kumi's not having it all his own way. This could be a round. Oh, what a break on the Shining Wizard.
Why didn't we see that first round? First match.
Brilliant.
Did he give the control to someone else?
It was good. Really good.
Yeah, that was good.
1+2 break for that Shining Wizard. An amazing break from Guki Kuma.
Misotsu, oh my god.
Big boy. It's a combo video. It's a combo video. Someone put some Robert Miles on in the background. This is crazy. Oh my god.
Wow. And he just taunts us all. I love that.
Now, if you want to, that is a way to finish a game in style, isn't it? Can you believe it?
Yeah. We were speaking him up the other player. Oh, well done. He's like, I'm not having none of this. He just done a combo
This is
video
my show. My show. Can't believe that. Guki Akuma, but what a good player.
Yeah.
Now, we can cover him in plaudits and praise. Great offense. He did eat some some fairly slow lows and didn't know when to block the mid.
Yeah.
And if he did, it was death. It was death for his opponent. So even at these levels, and you've said it to me many times, everyone bleeds. Everyone has weaknesses.
Yeah.
They're not that far off your own ability. There might be one or two things, whether it's an amazing offense or fantastic reactions or a good technical understanding of the game. There's lots of reasons why someone can be better, but everyone's human. Everyone can make mistakes, and we saw that a lot then.
Yeah.
So again, they've left. These guys are... I feel like I'm working a double shift here. This is unbelievable. Right, so these guys have gone away to set their buttons up. I'll get them back in. Eternal Dragon.
So, as you saw from a King player's perspective, what would you offer to the King player, and from a King main's perspective of what he can improve, just like I done with Feng?
Well, it's hard because I've got to say two different things. One, things you should do with King, and two, because Akuma is such an unusual opponent, things you should do against Akuma. So I mentioned earlier that the hop knee is really important. You do need the reactions. You need to be so crisp to catch that jump in and stop the mix-up. If you do, with the hop knee, you can do a nice adjusted combo, take a load of health off him.
Right.
Talking more about the King player generally, jab pressure is a really important thing. So in Tekken generally, nearly all jabs are the same, I believe. So they apply a certain level of pressure that even on block, you're creating some frame, just a little bit of an advantage that you can use to actually push ahead. I think King's jab on block. Now I'm going to go into frame data, but I won't bring you with me all the way. We're not going into the vortex fully, but I think it's get a Bovril going. So we've got it's +1 on block, which just means you still have advantage. +8 on hit, which means, what does +8 mean? It's a frame, so it's a flicker of the screen. So we're talking like a normal launcher tends to be roughly 15 frames. So half the time a hop kick comes out.
Is this maths homework?
Listen, some people play by heart. Some people actually use the maths. I like to do a mix of both.
Yeah.
So
you're right. It is the best way.
There are certain moves that can create advantageous scenarios, and that move does that. And using that pressure against Akuma, it stops a lot of the stuff. The only other thing you need to watch out for against Akuma is that once he's got that bar in the bottom right corner, the game sort of flips a little bit. The meta flips.
That's what I don't like.
And you need to watch out for the low. He can convert a huge amount of damage off a single jab.
Yeah.
Off a single jab.
That's disgusting.
Now, should I even put this pad down? I wonder. Put it on my shoulder. Just we'll see if the guys want to stay in the lobby now. Let's see how we go. So we're going into this game now. Forgotten Realm. I love this one.
Man.
Forgotten Realm is the stage with 3 floor breaks. And the characters?
Oh, Brian and Bob.
Brian and Bob.
Brian's got some good floor break moves. He's got great throws that break the floor as well. He's got some excellent floor break moves with his chopping elbow as well. So are we going to see this from Mr. Napoleon?
How many floor breaks? Call it now. How many floor breaks? Go, go.
I say 2.
I say 3.
Oh,
let's go.
Back kick.
Very nice.
Elbow.
Give me one floor break. Come on.
Taunt. Oh, goes for the taunt. We spoke about it last week. The taunt from Brian isn't just to show off. It actually gives him options to confuse the opponent, and it's actually blockable, so he can get a follow-up after it.
This is looking pretty even, you know. I'm liking the look of this. That is duckable, that second hit. If you do duck it, you can launch them.
Just like that full string as well, duckable there. Oh,
very nice.
Goes Rage.
Oh, no! Could have got more! No!
He had Rage.
He had it. He could have killed him in any number of ways. Sometimes you adjust your normal combo for a safer one, and you actually screw it up.
Yeah.
And I bet we saw that then. Nice back 2-2. Are we going to go downstairs? No.
Oh, that elbow gets with a back kick. Doesn't follow up there.
Another low.
Slash kick. Just stands there. Doesn't get anything after that.
Are we seeing nerves?
Yeah, we can see the Mr. Napoleon. He's got the Brian sort of playstyle, but I think we are seeing a bit of nerves here. Right.
Another floor break. Get the builders in. Are we going to see 3?
Nice side step there. Gets him with a chopping elbow.
Catches him.
Oh, again. Oh, he could have got a follow-up there. Wiki, he's still in this 1 round.
Power crush.
Giga Jacker. I think I'd like to see one of them intentionally break the floor. Probably use a throw as well. Get that damage before he gets it.
Can be done.
Oh,
lovely low parry.
I think we're going to go downstairs.
No, goes for it. Actually screws it up because of that.
Come on, beat him. So I was right with the floor breaks.
So far.
Oh! Rage drive, rage drive.
Floor break it!
No, that doesn't do it.
Okay, you got 2. That was a great game.
That was
Mr. Napoleon. That was great. That was Mr. Napoleon. That
was excellent. That was excellent.
Really, really, really good competitive game of Tekken. I can't wait to see them go at it again. Do you even play Bob? I've never seen you play Bob.
I never touched Bob. I hated him from Tekken 6.
So we had a player in last season's clash, Ru Kang, who played for London Lionhearts and was one of their key players to take them to victory. He's a Bob player, so I have done a bit of anti-Bob training.
Yeah.
And you have to make some difficult reads. You have to make a call. It's very hard to see that low sweep, and if you see it, you can take a huge chunk of their bar, but you kind of have to anticipate it.
Yeah.
Again, when he does that, I could actually act out the belly buster here, especially in this shirt, but I won't do it. But when you do the belly, the big belly there, Giga Jacker.
Yeah.
No, that's the power crush. I'm going for the one that can go to a high one.
The jump one, right?
Yeah. So there's a high option, which is very safe and gives you good frame, but it's duckable. And then there's a mid, which is punishable. So that most players will go for the high version because it's quite good on pressure.
Yeah.
It's very, very safe if they block it. But if you anticipate it and duck it, half a bar of damage.
Oh, man. Bob seems like the character where he's got funky stuff, but he also tests your fundamentals. And I felt that you can play against Bob and know when to duck certain strings, know when to punish certain strings, and he will test you in the whole Tekken fundamentals, as well as doing some crazy stuff, back rolls, some doing aerial stuff as well. So you kind of have to know a bit of both when you're playing against him.
Definitely, and you have to be able to eat up a lot of string pressure. He's got a lot of strings, or combos, natural combos, where if you don't know which one is high, which part is low, you can eat so much damage.
Yeah, I have found myself where when I've gone practice and think, wait, why am I holding block the whole way through? There's a gap to either interrupt, to duck.
It's so hard though, so hard.
You have to research every single move, but that's the beauty of Tekken. There's always that ceiling is as high as you want it to be. You can get so deep into this game.
And here we go, going into this round now. Looking at the again the same stage.
Would you say 3 floor breaks this time?
Yeah, I'll go 3.
Oh, nice convert off that as well. Yeah, that was a bit too far, a bit too many hits there.
Nice
In the
pressure.
corner now.
Oh, very nice screw.
What? That was some weird angles there. Oh, nice. With punish. Gets him with the orbital heal.
Nice punish on that.
Slow slash kick as well there.
Oh, could have gone with twin pistons.
Good punish there. Sorry about that earlier, guys. We actually had the names on way round, so it was actually Wiki that was the Ryan player got the first match there.
Well, we need to blame Wiki on that. I'm putting that on Wiki because he's not using Kwarang, who we've seen him to be so fantastic with.
Taunt set up, goes low. Nice block from Napoleon there. Oh, he actually challenged that, and that move actually passed to Ryan.
So we got the 3 floor breaks, so it's even. We're even on that one, Tail Dragon.
Oh,
went for it.
He actually got it, but didn't really
finish
commit.
it.
Yeah. Gets him with the map punch there as well.
Look at that pressure.
Could want to get a bit more of that as well. Balls out there just to get out of the. Does it again? Oh!
He's
I
throwing
like
out
that.
the line. He's just baiting. He's trying to bait again, but he's got no more space to move. But he went over with the wall.
Oh, dropped the combo. He had the right combo to turn around the air as well.
See Bob being one of the most portly character in the game, but still manages to move around better than most.
Oh, nice.
2 rounds apiece.
2-2 now. Final round. Let's go. Nice. He got away. He went for the orbital heal, trying to get any pressure. Sweet bang.
Bang. Finishes the combo. Pays off.
That's the move that you said about duckable string from Bob as well.
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry, you can.
How far are we going? He wasn't finishing. Oh, I was going to say he wasn't finishing combos before. He is now a curse to the man.
Oh no! Gets with the fisherman slam. He's on rage.
Both on.
Nice.
Oh.
That is good. Very good match there. Mr. Napoleon. Well done.
1-1.
I like it, yeah. No, we said about this format change. If it was just previous season, I've won. No, it's not over yet. I've adjusted and now I've beat you. So we got one more.
So we're going to have to see exactly how that plays out. I mean, I hope they go back with the same stage.
Yeah.
I really do. I think that stage for both those characters, I'd say, is pretty even. They both got floor breaks at their disposal. Some matchups actually, the stage really can play a part. You know, if you've got a highly aggressive character and you're on a small stage and your opponent can't move around that much, you've got an advantage. Or if you've got a character in this case that's got loads of floor breaks, moves that break the floor, and also the kind of combos that do huge damage, like King. King is one example.
Oh man, I felt that disgusting setup that you done to me with this level.
I love it. I love it. Miguel.
Yeah.
Miguel's got crazy damage on that stage exactly. So yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty even on that stage. I'd love to see them play it again.
Brian's got some throws that break the floor, and you can get in combo after it as well. So sometimes I just start the round with the throw to break it first, get the damage. So you don't kill, but you take it away from them because you don't want to be down and they get you with a rage combo, with a wall hit and a floor break, follow up after. They're almost like 70%, 80% combos. So you want to break it before them.
Sometimes you find your opponent trying to break the floor harder than you because they know you've got better combos.
Yeah.
That's the interesting scenario. And you see Wiki
No
actually,
messing about now. Yeah.
Wiki's picked Warang, so you can know now that Wiki's gone, okay, you're good. You're good. He's picked his best character. Oh, and I've called it Sook. An aggressive character, both of those characters super aggressive on the smallest stage. It's going to be absolute hell. We might see some carts tippling over, some apples and some mangoes rolling across the floor, all sorts of stuff. This is going to be really, really good. Who do you call on this one?
I think it's difficult, but I have a feeling that Bob might just close it out by some Mr. Napoleon, by some crazy fashion and just start off with something crazy just like that.
We started off so well. Could you got more off that? I'm not sure.
Sweet bang.
Pressure now from Wiki. Knows better. Finishes that combo again. Wiki gets caught. Bit of knowledge gap there. Oh, catches him with the orbital. Doesn't finish it. An unbelievable Mr. Napoleon.
Wow.
Didn't put the pad down, was ready just in case he made a mistake. Gets him with the belly. Oh, very, very nice choice there. Doesn't finish the combo fully. Could have got a bit more wall carry. And again, look at this. He's kind of just going through his repertoire of different variations of flamingo stance.
Yeah.
And that's really difficult, isn't it, when someone's just doing that right in your face with fire ankle. Oh, went for the low. Again, Wiki just being caught pressing buttons at the wrong time.
I think Mr. Napoleon can get a bit more when he's on the floor as well. He just kind of stood there. Oh, nice low parry, but he didn't follow up with more than that.
Now, if you missed the Napoleon now, you've noticed that whenever you're doing your strings, just like then, you're catching him. Just keep doing it. Again, goes for the high variation.
Oh, look at that trade.
Crazy trade. Didn't expect it to go down like that.
Away from rage now. He's going to see the strings. Slow-mo. Oh, just kicked him right in the head. Mr. Napoleon, if he just calmed down a bit, stop pressing too many buttons there, he could have been in.
Yeah, if he'd gone for his rage art, that would have been it. Again, more of these natural strings, just catching him. And again.
Oh!
Oh, decides to get out.
Nice side roll.
Jinx. Well standing 2-2. Oh! Final round.
2-2. I have a feeling Wiki's getting a bit frustrated now.
He's had to pick his best character and it's still not going his way. Massive block there. Could have actually launched him.
Under that as well. Got the combo.
Get us a wall splat. Boot in the
Nice
face.
one.
Have that.
Block the sweet
Great
bang.
low block. Could have done twin pistons for a lot more damage. Doesn't matter. He's in his face.
He's doing the strings.
You eat my pressure for dinner.
And he does it. I told you.
Mr. Napoleon.
I just had this feeling where I'm picking my mate. It's happened to me. All right, you're good. I'm going to beat you. And you're frustrated. And you lose. And you're like, how did I lose?
Do you know when I asked you as well, I was like, oh, he doesn't want me to ask this question. It's poor commentary etiquette. He's going to have to answer, and if he's right, no one. But honestly, that was a big call. That was a great call.
I just had some feeling where he's got skills, and I saw that as the game was going on, it's like he was learning. Oh, I dropped that combo. He got it next time. Oh, I messed it up. I got it this time. I'm really impressed with Mr. Napoleon. Well done, because even so, the format's changed, but sometimes we haven't seen someone go down and come back and win.
Yeah, absolutely. It was crazy, and he grew so much as a player, didn't he? Just the guy who played that first couple of rounds is not the same guy who finished the game. I'm not literally saying they're cheating. I'm actually saying he got a lot better.
Yeah.
That was. I'm having to invite them again. Here, let's see how it goes. Okay, so we got. They've gone away to do their buttons.
That was great. I like the fact that we've seen a lot of character diversity. One thing about EU tournaments compared to other regions is that we see a lot more characters because we kind of more play for just who we like. You know, other regions will pick the so-called top tiers, but you more see this variation and diversity with tournaments and Arena Clash as well. You see almost every character here. There's probably a few that we haven't seen yet, but I bet we'll see them as it goes on. And seeing a Bob play as well, I like that.
You don't, despite one of our finest players in the UK being a Bob player, you actually don't see many other Bobs in tournament other than Ru Kang.
Yeah.
So to see that Bob and to see him develop just within that short set from kind of making some mistakes and being a bit unsure of himself to that last guy. I mean, he looked like Sammo Hung. He was like rolling in and out. He was like every evasion technique he could use.
Flipped up on the wall as well. Got him with the Shoryuken.
Oh, it was fantastic. And he tested his... This is the thing. You could watch a player like Wiki and think, wow, he is so good. I'm not even going to try doing these like basic combos, which he's going to know how to stop. He didn't. And it paid off. You've always got to test your opponent. It doesn't matter who they are.
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes you just, I'm going to play my game, but you should test them, incorporate in your game, throw him, do these lows, do these strings. And as you mentioned that Bob isn't used as much, if it was a previous Tekken, you might have seen a lot of Bob. Now we don't see a lot. You don't have that experience to fight against him. And you may be relying on legacy stuff, and you're like, oh, I know this, but the game's changed a bit. So I think that caught him out a bit as well, because a lot of the strings it was just ending or finishing with them all ending a low, high, and getting hit by all of them. Good tactic.
This is really unfamiliar territory for Bradford now, because they last week was a very, very decisive clean sweep.
Yeah.
If they did lose any games, it probably was very late on. I can't recall any in the early stages. Maybe only when they relaxed a little bit too much. But this is in the first few games.
Yeah.
And they've already dropped a game to a very strong Bob. So yeah, how it goes from now on, you can tear up the script. Bradford maybe didn't expect it to clean sweep another one. In the early stages of this tournament, you do see some stronger teams go against some newer teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be good.
I like it. It's exciting now. We're only in the second week, and this is the stuff that we're seeing.
It's grassroots esports.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. We've got players coming from the tournament scene who play in European tournaments, playing against people who maybe have 1 or 2 pros and a new person who's learning Tekken. And that's what grassroots esports is all about, is bringing other players in with you and teaching them and playing together as a team.
Exactly. Cultivating the UK esports scene, UK Tekken scene. Get your start in Arena Clash. Find your local, go down there, make some friends, and get better at the game.
If you're not a top player, go meet them. If you are a top player, bring people under your wing.
Exactly.
Get them involved. Train them. Here we go. King versus Claudio, a matchup I know very, very well indeed.
So Risky Luck has gone back to his main. No more messing about now.
That's such a nice answer to that pressure immediately. Ooh!
Like
Take some of that. Goes for this adjusted combo again. Eat that.
Caught him.
This is it. You test people, and if they don't pass the test, do it again. Risky Luck nearly eats an unblockable. Goes for the tackle. Now Risky Luck will take a bit of a chunk now. He has the mix-up.
Oh, he's got a bit trigger happy with that rage art.
That isn't the experience of a guy who's played Tekken a lot.
Yeah.
He had all the pressure, all the advantage. I called it. He said he was going to go for a mix-up. But he knew that his opponent had rage and he could use the rage art, and he just backed off and waited for him to do something. Here we go, we're going to get a nice wall splat.
Oh, burning knuckle there, I like that.
And all that wall pressure.
If he knows,
Hop
hop kick.
So you see that this is Risky Luck's MO. Risky Luck's MO is to do that running move without... So this is the thing, he can do it so quick you don't even see him run.
Yeah.
It just automatically comes out. Mid. Gets another wall splat.
Sidestep is also just a combo. Or set.
More pressure. Again, just waits for him to do something before he bangs him up with that fist.
Look at that wall splat as well. It's such a good move. I love it.
Now, Risky Luck, let's talk about him for a second while we've got a moment. He is... We've got some various players around the Belong arenas. In London, in the Challenger League, we've got Pun Life, who I would say he's one of the UK's best Claudios. And then we've got Icarus in Manchester.
Another Claudio player, yeah.
Claudio player, very, very strong Claudio. And then we've got this guy. We've got Risky Luck.
And we only found about him I only knew about him kind of recent as well.
And they all say that they're the UK's best Claudio.
They're all vying for that title.
We will find out one day, perhaps in later stages of the Arena Clash. What I can say is that in terms of the while running game that Risky Luck has, he is, in my mind, the best proponent of using that move.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a skill. So what he's doing is, normally when you're going to a running state in Tekken, you have to hit forward 3 times. And to do that at 0 range, to actually create some space for you to be able to run, you literally have millimeters to do it.
Yeah.
So you have to hit forward incredibly quick to go into the running state and then do the punch. He does it like it's easy.
It just happens out of nowhere. Just a little bit, bang!
It's
burning knuckle.
You don't even see the running. Could you warn me when you're going to shout like that in my ear? Blimey.
That's how it...
You could tell that Eternal Dragon...
I was emphasising the impact of the move.
I'll just be holding up subtitles for us all in the future if you need to turn it down a little bit.
That move is a bit like I said, mental damage. You get hit by it.
Sorry, I thought you were going to do it again.
You get hit by the move and you're like, oh man, and you get hit by it again because, as you said,
quick.
You know that you should be running. Usually at the start of Tekken 7, they were running from the end of the stage and doing it. Someone doing it right in your face, you're like, oh damn. And
because you're hitting that forward motion, you're always realigning your character towards your opponent, which means it's very hard for your opponent to sidestep it. Very, very hard indeed. It's got a huge hitbox. I'm getting overly technical again. Let's go into the next round. Here we go. Risky Luck again versus Demon D.
Switch to actually Kazuya now, and we're on an infinite stage. Oh, he's with a hop kick there.
Nice. Yeah. Hell of a combo.
Oh, he actually sidestepped a nice one. Hopefully, are we going to see someone duck it this time?
Oh, you do not see that version of that combo very often. He really went for style on that finish.
He knows he's not going to realise that this has a third hit on it as well. Going to try interrupt, and he got caught.
He went for it again. He's so good at that.
Nice.
Nice back 2-2.
And he's got Starburst.
Mid.
Gives access to other moves as well.
What a punish. So yeah, so Eternal Dragon, as you say, he had Starburst there. Do you want to just briefly touch on that?
Yeah, so Claudio does have one of the smallest movements in the game, but he's unique in the set that he has this special stance, if you will, called Starburst, where his hand is glowing, and he has access to more, in other way, powerful moves, different different utility. So it really adds a dynamic where you play the character at the start, and you play him with Starburst. You have to bear in mind his different techniques.
So he goes from being probably one of the worst characters in the game to one of the best with that Starburst, I'd say.
Ooh. Oh, just get there. Demon D's in the lead, but gets caught now. He's in rage now.
Wow.
We're going to see another one.
Catches him with a forward 2. Very, very quick mid.
Yeah, he knew he was going to press buttons after he was at disadvantage there. Just got him in the mid, stunned him.
And Claudio nonchalantly claps. Here you go. Well done. Well done, Claudio.
He played well.
Risky Look, very, very, very strong player. And again, I'm just going to have to invite the players back in. But when Risky Look says he's the best Claudio in the UK, I can't say he's wrong. I'm not saying he's right either, but when he plays like that...
Yeah. His play style is like, I'm the best, and it's not I'm not saying it's not tactical. It's not, I'm going to back away, play some fundamentals. It's just straight destroying you. And when someone destroys you so quick and just so dominant, it's like, wow, he's good. It sends another shockwave if you're picked apart in a different way. You make a big statement.
Well, he should keep playing like that, of course, until someone shows him he's wrong to play like that.
Tries to dethrone him, yeah.
And no one's done that so far. Definitely, would you say he's the talisman of his team? Is he the guy that if you beat him, you know you can beat the rest?
I say he is. You know, they're all good, but Risky Luck he makes a statement with how fast he beats you. When he wins, his rounds are really short. And it's just so bombastic, you're dead and you're like, wow.
Word.
Honestly, that's how it is, and I love the fact of the impact of the Burning Knuckle. He does it at almost like zero range. It's just really good. I love it. I love it.
Great
and you
player.
can see, actually, he's like, I'm not messing about. I'm picking Claudio straight away. That Katarina, forget that. I'm going to my main, showing what these guys what's what.
I sometimes wondered, like, when I'm watching these players go at it with their opposing team, who do they have some sets back at their location and decide who's the best in their own location? We actually, interestingly, probably going into how the teams were put together, there was a tournament at the start of each season in each location to decide the top 3 players for each of this championship, and then below that the next 3 players play in the Challenger League.
Yeah.
So these are the top 3 players that place top in their tournament. You and I once played in a qualifier about over a year ago for the original clash.
Yeah.
It can be stressful.
It can be. You're out of your comfort zone, different environment. Some players who are good but never been to this offline sessions, other people, it's a different kind of experience. So we're seeing who can handle that and who maybe is not so good at handling that. But longer format, more games, we're seeing that people have got that natural and that skill. They belong here. So it's like, come to your local. We're seeing how strong the regions are as well, and I love it. I love this. It's just so exciting.
I wouldn't have even put Bradford in. I didn't know they had such a strong
I didn't know there was a scene there at all for Tekken.
Yeah, even if there was a scene, Manchester.
Yeah.
We knew there was a scene there. We've been waiting for them to get involved.
Yeah.
They have this time. I'm looking forward to see what they can do as well. And then you've got York. It's like the North are looking strong.
Yeah, like you said, I feel one of them is going to dethrone London this season.
London, if you're watching, prove us wrong. We'll see if it happens. We've got Bob coming back in now. Bob versus Akuma on Precipice of Fate. This is going to be a really, really aggressive match. The fireballs that Akuma uses so much to keep his opponent out, he's not going to be able to use it as much on such a small stage.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. Now, I don't even know what Bob's answer is to the jumping game that Akuma has as well, and not being a Bob player.
Yeah, apart from everyone's universal jab option, I'm not sure what the specifics that Bob will do. He has got some evasive moves himself with his spinner ball, the forward and backwards version, but I think he has to probably just go with the guaranteed jab out this sky. Oh wow, straight off the bat, he ducks a string, and he's sending a message.
Again, you have to do so many adjusted combos with Akuma that sometimes you don't see them finish properly.
He's going to get Shoryuken again, yep.
You called it. Nice overhead.
Now, Mr. Napoleon must notice that if I make a mistake, or if I do something that typically wouldn't get punished hard, Akuma can punish me a lot. And that is the difference of when you fight Akuma when he has meter and even when he doesn't have meter.
One answer, if you don't know what your opponent's options are, is just to impress and put your own game onto them.
Yeah.
And I would suggest that if you don't know how to play against Akuma, you do that. Just you try and get them into a vortex. Don't let them go. Now this is such a bad situation now. You can see in the bottom left corner, ladies and gentlemen, Akuma has the 2 bars, which means he's got all sorts of extra options on top of his normal moveset. And he's also got 1 round left to win. So he could use all that now and spend it and do some really nasty damage. Let's see if he uses it now. Yes, he does.
Level 3 focus attack.
Look at that. 2/3 of his bar gone.
Right, this is probably right. Adjusted. He just stands at the wall. He's just watching Akuma a bit too much. That's the... Oh, no. That's one thing that you can get a bit... you can get frozen when you're watching Akuma to pick out when to interrupt. But if you're standing still too much, then he's like, well, I'm going to do what I want. And most of the time, it's going to be low, medium kick, cancel into Tatsumaki Sanpukak, and he's going to cancel it. And you'll think, I'm safe, and he's going to combo you.
What was that? I didn't...
I'm just being a nerd by saying the official term. It's not Hurricane Kick. It's Tatsumaki
you know a lot more about a wider set of video games than me. I'm not a Street Fighter guy. It's all a bit too... the Street Fighter 5 isn't my kind of game.
No, I'm not a Street Fighter. I used to be, but Tekken is my home. Tekken is my home.
This is Tekken. Yeah. We love it. And maybe Soul Calibur in the future. Love a bit of Soul Calibur.
We should just say 3D is where it's at. Yeah, 3D games.
We'll see. So yeah, the guys are getting ready now. Now it's happened to all of us. You know, however good you think you may be, however experienced you may be, if you're playing against a 2D character and you don't know the matchup, you will get wrecked. It's just undeniable. You need to. You're not playing Tekken. You're playing this kind of hybrid game. You need to know about their options. You need to know what they can do when they don't have a bar, what they can do when they do have a bar, what the wall game is like. There's all sorts of different things, and also what their aerial game is like. I can't believe I'm saying that about Tekken.
Yeah, anti-airs, cross-ups, all this terminology in Tekken. You're kind of playing mini-games. The mini-game is to stop him jumping, so you keep jabbing. And it does work because Akuma players, they pick up. He knows that, so they stop jumping, and then it becomes maybe a more grounded fight. Or when he does jump in, he's stuck and his creativity is lost because he knows he's got an answer, and you just jab him, free combo, free damage all the time. He'll just stop doing it after a while. So you have to instill that fear in him by jabbing him out of the air.
On the other side of the coin, Akuma is a very, very hard character to use in Tekken. They have put the ceiling up pretty high on his combos. When you're seeing Guki Akuma do those huge combos, don't think it's necessarily something that he can just throw out on a press of a few buttons. It is a highly technical thing to do. And he's constantly having to adjust his combos because of the 3D environment, because of the size of his opponent. All of those things are coming into play, and he's calculating it very, very quickly when he's doing his combos. So it's very impressive to see.
Yeah, really shows the balance of Tekken, where even characters that might be considered low tier, mid, or whatever, everyone's viable if you put the skill.
Here we go. Akuma versus Bob.
You can see Goki Akuma actually sidestepped to put Mr. Napoleon's back against that balcony break there.
A lot of hopes riding on Mr. Napoleon now for his team. Seems to be their strongest player.
Oh, gets him a deep with it, just face on against the wall.
Good choice. Catches him. Used his rage very, very early. Can be questionable, but I think it was his only way out of that situation. Has to go in hard now. Can't give him room to move because he'll jump over your leg because he's a 2D character.
Yeah, there's moments where you're a bit tentative. He's either jumping over you, Shoryuken you, he's got invincible, Shoryuken wake-ups as well. You have to be very careful.
You see, though, he read it there. He was Guki Akuma was the first player to duck the kick after the belly. Napoleon can't be doing that as much now. Guki Akuma's got 2 bars.
There you go, just hits him out of the air.
Get a feeling he might go for that low into a super again. He does it. Oh, wow. This is huge. Oh, are we going to see him kill him with this one combo?
Look at that. Wow. That was excellent. I love seeing those FADC combos as much as I don't like this character. Like you said, the skill of doing it is really impressive.
Yeah, you could make a compilation of this guy's combos. Yeah. They are so good.
There you go. He's just watching him now. That's where you can't.
Perfect.
Oh, cross-up
what a
dive
setup.
kick. Is this Street Fighter 4?
Catches him.
Rage. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's got another mix-up, and he's going invincible wake up. Oh. Unfortunate, Mr. Pony, he got the wall splat. He should have went straight into the Rage Art, and he would have died.
Indeed, indeed. Ooh. Well, look, I was about to say so close. It probably really wasn't, really, when you look at it. That bit at the end, he gave himself a chance to go into the next round and give himself an opportunity to learn even more. Sometimes you're just buying yourself extra time to learn, maybe adapt. But the combos that Guki Akuma put together, I think that game was almost over before it started over the first couple of rounds, because you could see that he hadn't picked up the knowledge on that specific character.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard. When someone says, oh, you know, who's the best out of this player and this player? Which guy is the best? And you're like, well, he loses to this guy and he beats this guy. But then this guy beats that guy and that guy beats this. And it's, look, let's not even get into player tier lists.
Yeah.
We're not even going there. It is so hard to call who is good and who isn't. And the reason being is that a lot of it is about knowing the character matchup.
Yep. And is, you know, to quote MMA promoter, styles make fights. And that's where it's like, you can't say, well, I beat him, so that means I'm going to beat you. But the style, the character, who's better on the day. The only way to really definitively say if you're better is like, how would you place? Do you do it consistently?
Over a lot of tournaments.
Yeah.
You need a lot of data.
Exactly. Are you consistent beating me even in casuals? Do I beat you 30-0? Then I'm probably better than you. Is it 2-1, 3-2? Then you're debatable. But so that's why that's how I would definitely say if someone's better than me.
And then there are those horrible players that you beat all the time in casuals, and then you go into tournament with them and they just demolish you. And you're like, what? Wait, what? What? Is that the same guy?
Would you sandbag him? Like,
it's just so hard. Like, some people just perform well in tournaments, and they may not even, you know, for want of a better determined discussion, they might not even be that high ranked online and all that stuff, but they're just a great tournament players.
Yeah.
It's just, there's so many factors at play. Going back into it now it's looking like Bradford are going to take this set.
yeah.
They're looking dominant. They haven't had it all their way, though.
Tyneside have impressed me with how they've been playing. I've been impressed.
Well, we can see why they drew.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing to draw, but it's an odd thing to say in a way, but it's not easy when, you know, in Tekken and other fighting games, it tends to be that tiny differences can make a big difference on the scoreline.
Yeah.
It can be like if you lose your first set, you're highly likely to lose your second set, especially in the early stages where the skill differences can be kind of quite wide. So you could already see that the Smugglers and the Guardians, they had something. They both had something. They both brought it to the table. You can't have a result like that without some of the players being pretty strong.
Yeah, exactly. Talking about, you said about when they start off and win, they're probably going to win. It's like with the whole grand finals, a reset kind of dynamic as well. The person who's made it in grand finals probably not going to be reset. You're probably going to go and sweep and win because he's consistent and hasn't lost. There's always time for upsets and people adapting, and that's the true difference between certain players. Where can I come back from the loss and think, you know what, rather than just go and play my same standard way, why was I losing? And can I adjust in the middle of a tournament, in the middle of, you know, a round-robin tournament like this as well? It is difficult, very difficult. That's kind of, in a way, how you can gauge your skill. Because I've been down in tournaments where back in the day, I've lost, so I've lost. As opposed to, I'm down a match, can I come back? The team aspect helps with that as well. Because you've got teammates that played the other guy as well.
Exactly, and you've got your own team in your own ear. You've got 3 guys downloading your opponent for you. On your team, very rare thing in fighting games, and maybe why we may see more draws in the future.
Yeah.
Telling you what you need to do. Someone had clearly told Guki Akuma that guy is going, the Bob player is going for the high after the mid every time, so duck it and launch it. And you can see the adjustment. So going into it now, we've got Wiki versus Suntan.
Oh, again we go. Finish the combo there. He's using a lot more range of Feng's tools now. Very different to the first match. Was that nerves that we saw?
Could be. It's a very different format, this. And also, your own teammates watching you, sometimes that gives you a bit of belief.
Ooh,
sometimes
I like that.
It makes you more nervous. You've got co-drivers. 1+2 goes for it. He loves that 1+2 throw.
Yeah. Nice. Just goes up with the down forward 1. I like that. He kind of messed up on the wall combo. He could have taken a match sooner, but I'm seeing a very different Suntan with his Feng play. Nice.
What
good use of that.
I think this guy knows how to play against Farang.
Oh, yeah. Hot kick. Bang, shoulder.
Suntan. Go 1+2. Mix up those throws, Suntan. Very nice low.
Nice one. Oh, nice low parry there. Wiki's not having it.
Nice splat. get out of that a lot easier if you tech it.
Oh, no. Shoulder. He's got a life lead now, Suntan. I wouldn't start doing an unsafe move, and there you go.
Eat that shoulder.
Yeah, nice one. Very different. I'm impressed.
You know, if Rams win this game, that they actually win the first set on points, the first round robin. So this is like really important for Guardians to try and claw it back.
I like the use of the
start.
Yeah, the hop kick at the right moments to interrupt all of that pressure from Hwoarang. Runs up the road.
1+2. Always the 1+2 break.
Yeah. Now you have to notice he's broken all of them. Now watch just go for the regular throw. Ooh, I like that.
Nice damage.
Nice kill combo there. Like I said, if I was Suntan, start using the regular throw. Feng's got a back turn throw as well. That's another option. But if he's broken at 3 for 3, could have got a bit more damage off that, but I like it.
Ooh, great reactions then.
Ooh, what is this? MMA? Nice one, Suntan.
It's a solid bread and butter, isn't it?
Yeah. Nice. I like that fish. Oh, and he does it.
Fish is away. No. And a break. Stop doing the 1+2 break.
Just go low. Just do a little sneaky low. Oh, shoulder him instead.
Even better. That was crazy. That was so good.
Wow, I like that. Where do I start? That was so different from the first match. Probably nerves. But sometimes it's hard to see it. You don't see a big jump like that from other players. Even myself, when I play, get decimated the first match. Second match is the same. And I've seen a very different player here as well.
Could be because Cat's a broken character. Cat's got a lot of lows where if you don't react to them in time, your health's gone. And I noticed that Suntan, he wouldn't block any of the lows. It's a very different scenario playing against Hwoarang because he doesn't, unless he's in stance, he doesn't have a flamingo stance. He doesn't have those kind of lows where he's going to take your leg out from under you and take a huge chunk. Yeah. So in that scenario, it actually worked. The matchup probably works out in. I was going to call him Sunblock. I wish he would block more. Suntan's favour, because in that scenario he doesn't have to worry about that. He can just, and also the range Feng is best at is
right up in your face,
which is where Hwoarang wants to be as well. Yeah. So they're just going at it with each other, which is great.
I like he used that. It was like, all right, I'm being pressured. Back one, just palmed him. Get off me. Run up and shoulder. He needs to tidy up the combos a little bit, but even with that, he had the perfect placement for the hop kick. Hwoarang doing all the string stuff. As soon as one of those hits whiffed and he was recovering, hop kick launched him as well. So it was good use. I'm going to have to look at the Feng and Hwoarang matchup because I don't do that. I never do that.
Do you ever do the palm?
I do the palm a lot because it's the clear one, get off me tool. But hop kicking, waiting for just that little whiff, because Hwoarang's leg just whiffed Feng, hop kick, and he'd done it 2 or 3 times as well. Yeah. So interesting.
But it beats out when he's in flamingo stance, his low. If you hop kick, it will go. It will be called it crushing. Goes over the low, launches it, and off you go for a nice bit of damage. And we're just being told that Suntan's full name is Suntan Superman, which is so Superman gets his power from the sun, so it kind of makes sense in a weird way.
Gotcha.
From a yellow sun. Here we go. Bit of geek for you there. Going in, Wiki versus Suntan.
I like that. Right. He has to be careful now because I've seen that he's done the forward 3-4.
Oh, went for. Sorry, I'm losing it now. He actually went for the normal throw, so he is changing up a little bit.
Nice. Oh, he done it again. Yeah, nice one. Hop kick.
I think we're going to have to be careful here. I suspect that what we're calling out on the stream might be adjusting the play styles.
Suntan is on the lead now. Nice low. Oh, goes for the launch there. Bit more patient. There you go.
Hop kick.
Whatever you're doing, I'm hop kicking it.
It's because when he goes into flamingo stance, he's delaying to see what his opponent's going to do. Well, his opponent's going to kick you in the head.
Oh, gets him in a bloody guillotine there. All right, Wiki's still in this. Goes low, sweep, bang.
Don't roll forward. Not into Hwoarang. Oh. No. Okay. If he just rolled back there, he wouldn't have eaten any of that.
Yeah.
Nice mid.
Yeah, used nice fish hook there. And again, that's a very good tool. It's quick. Has good tracking as well.
This is a matchup that I didn't think about as being a really good match to watch.
I'm sorry.
Just two characters that love to get in each other's grill like this. It creates a really good game. 1 more 3-3.
Old school.
Side step. Pressure at the wall now. And could have killed him. Could have killed him.
Oh no, he finished the string. One more mix up after this. Goes low, sweep, bang. Oh, I know that feeling of Suntan. I've been in that same position where you get the hit, you don't press the next button, something just comes over you, you just freeze.
And Wiki went to his... He's having to be forced into his panic button kind of ranger moves.
Yeah.
That mid into the low.
Oh, nice side step. I like that delay there as well.
Needs to run in. Went for the launch again.
Nice back and probably could have done a different option there. And into a hop kick. Spike him high. Oh, he probably could have killed him with the shoulder option there.
Could rage art, could rage art.
Oh, again. Right.
Oh, okay. Wow. That was so close.
That Suntan had it. Superman Suntan had it. Now, just as a Feng main.
Suntan Superman, get it right.
What did I say? Superman Suntan.
I'm saying it would.
Superman Suntan. Suntan Superman. Just as a Feng main, you very good. I like the scene improvement. I'm surprised. It was just.
I'm really surprised.
Yeah, out of nowhere, he had it. That was his match. If he'd have got those 2 wall combos with Feng, that ends with the 1-3, the punch kick into the shoulder, he would have killed him. Now, he went for a bit low damage in one, so he's still in it.
Absolutely. Now, we're going to do this over our first few shows. Again, this is Grassroots Esports. We want everyone to be along on the journey with us. So we'll just talk very briefly while the team's ready up for their next game about why are we saying numbers all the time? It's very odd. So just talking through the various notations. So when we say 1, we mean left punch. So on a PlayStation pad, that would be square. On an Xbox pad, that would be X. And then right punch is 2. And then left kick 3. Right kick 4. And the reason why we say that, it just means that it kind of equalises all of the Tekken players, whether you play on PC, on a keyboard, so I've seen people do that, hitbox, whether you play on a PlayStation pad or an Xbox pad, it equalises it for all of us. And also, just when we call out some of the key moves that you may see on this stream, we will say this is the input for it, you know, with Claudio while running too, and you kind of get a feel for what the input was, and it just means that we can all talk across this game because it's played on so many different formats.
Initially, it can be a bit scary. You know, all these numbers. I was that same player too, but then you start to make sense, and it does make sense. If you're playing on an Xbox pad and you're saying square and X, and they have to think ahead, what move is that? It gets too complicated. Once you say 1, 2, 3, and 4, we all know. All right, simple. Left punch. Throws as well, 1+2 throw.
And when we say a 1+2 throw, so in this case, we saw Suntan Superman use the 1+2 throw a lot. It just means that it's breakable by you hitting both punches together at the same time. So let's go into this game. Both players now, they started off both games previously getting right up in each other's grill. Now they're just playing a bit more hesitantly. There's a lot at stake here. The survival is at stake for Guardians. And this round robin could be won on points if the Rams go ahead and do it.
Oh, just getting with that flying heel kick there. There we go. Oh, just stopped the combo there. No, doesn't get launched there.
It's a little bit slow on the down forward too.
Great drive gone. Nice side step. Maybe could have side stepped low. Oh, he went for it. He went for it. Oh, look, he just caught him there.
Very, very close round. Suntan could have already had. Oh, he gets catching with that up forward 4 again.
I like that.
Decent bread and butter. Oh, eats the backlash. Going to be taken on a ride now.
Look at the damage on that. Nice.
I'm going to have to speak for Dragon, who's looking like he's popping off so hard. He's stressing out for the Feng player big time.
See how look at this patience. Oh, no! Good option from both of them, though.
Is this going to kill? Should do, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it will.
No!
Okay, it won't. Oh!
It's because he did a rage art in air. There is some scaling.
You're right.
Two rounds up now. Suntan has got to do a lot here.
Nice.
That's a good start.
It takes him a bit close to the wall. That's it. Back away.
Oh,
great
whiff
unsafe
punish.
Stuff now. Yep.
Mid pressure, goes for the low after all those mids.
Wiki switching it up now.
Now, not only has he got a chunk of damage, he's pushed him all the way towards the wall.
Nice punish.
Great way to get out.
Oh, flips him over. Would he break it?
Don't end like this. Not like this.
Ground and pound.
Not like this.
Randy Couture. Just get him at the ground and pound. Just sits on him as well.
I thought we saw Craig Marduk back for a second then. Rest in peace, Craig Marduk.
That was his
brief moment. That was
yeah.
my main for a long time before they wrongly got rid of him in this Tekken. Can't believe it. But that is, do you know what interests me? It got pointed out to me by a really. So Wiki won that game.
Yeah.
So going into it now, isn't it interesting that Hwoarang, this Taekwondo character, all these amazing kicks, nearly does so many, so many amazing kicks, and one of his best moves is just a down forward 2.
Yeah.
Just this safe uppercut that is totally safe, and you saw it there. It punished a lot of the launchable moves, and whiff punished some of those moves as well.
Wiki he started to realise, okay, he's doing a lot of unsafe stuff. He did the 4-3-4, he did the shoulder, and he got the launch for it, and he's realised, okay, right, he's doing unsafe stuff now. I should punish it like that.
Absolutely.
And Suntan, he was playing well. He just had to dial it back a little bit more, because I did see when the first match he would have pressed the button straight away. He was waiting, he waited, but he had the flow charts a bit too rigid, where he would do the forward 3-3, the first hit, it would be blocked, and he would do the second one and go full again. He switched up the next time where he did that and then did the shoulder, but he went from unsafe launch punishable move to another unsafe launch punishable move. So he kind of gave him 2 chances to attack him there, but still very well played for them. And
absolutely, and as commentators, we try and heap praise rather than heap criticism. I think in this case, I will say one thing. I think that was Suntan's to win.
Yeah.
And I don't think Wiki played any different all the way through those stages. He was very constant, which paid off for him.
Yeah.
But I don't think he did something really, really special to win it. He just stuck with the game plan all the way through. And you saw with Suntan, he kind of just went a bit more hesitant.
Yeah.
He kind of went for the same tricks again. Suntan can take a lot from that.
Definitely.
That guy is a highly ranked Hwoarang player, well respected within his area, very, very strong player, and he took him really far.
Yeah, but he's got some easy key things to brush up. It's not, you can watch it back, and all you can see is, I didn't finish that combo.
Yeah.
I didn't do that combo optimal. Go practice mode, see what the optimal version is, and do it. If you would have adjusted that bit, you would have got the round. So sometimes it's very clear, damn it, I lost because of that. And those are the better moments, as opposed to, okay, I lost and I have no idea how I lost. So
Suntan was close, very close. And again, he just needs to tighten up on those little bits and bobs that just kept him from winning that game. This is a lot closer than I expected,
Yeah.
A lot closer. It's been really
exciting,
good.
Yeah.
I know that both teams on both sides must be sweating now, not only because it's an incredibly hot night, but it's just a lot closer than I expected. Both teams are really going at it.
Yeah, we talked about regions and not knowing, if they have any Tekken talent. Again, for the North, you don't really hear much about it from Tekken, and I'm liking all what we're seeing here.
The Guardians probably watched. Well, if they were clever, they would have watched their opponents, and then that could have paid off and got them some extra wins.
Yeah,
I'm sure they would have, because there were some key moments there where I was like, oh wow, that's pretty decent.
Yeah, and very different to the first match, like a big difference.
Here we go, Bob versus Claudio. I feel like Bob, in this case, probably has some matchup advantage, because his while standing game is so strong, and he has a lot of pressure that can stop Claudio from going into a lot of the shenanigans.
Yep, so if Mr. Napoleon can duck any of those burning knuckles, he will get a nice bit of damage.
Oh, but then risky luck. The quality of this player. He knew to duck that combo and punished him really well for it.
The spinnable gets Shoryuken. Oh, wow. Doesn't launch him, just gets with a burning knuckle.
Oh, Napoleon may not know this matchup, and that can be very difficult. Gets caught by the unblockable.
Right, no perfect for him. Oh, sits on him. That delay.
Yeah.
There's some things you have to know with the Claudio. The delay on the certain strings as well. The whiffing moves and then going for the hop kick. That move is unsafe as well. Could get a bit of punish off that.
Absolutely. Some moves are heavily delayable, some aren't. It depends.
Oh, just like that move as well. He's been hit by it twice now, so you know he's got to learn.
Oh, nice and lucky to trade. Nice big bit of pressure with the running 3. Even more pressure.
Yeah, we saw last time just loads of bob strings.
Oh, wasn't ducked.
Risky luck is a bit like frozen.
Risky luck's got
Wall
caught.
splat. Wow.
Risky luck, 1 round lost.
He didn't press anything for a few good seconds there. He was frozen.
Forward 4, yeah, we've all had it before against Bob. You can easily start freezing up against all of these natural combos.
Ooh.
Oh, got caught with the cuticle of his fingertip. Unbelievable. Nice roll running 2.
He's trying to roll away from it.
Nice.
Risky
Risky luck.
He knows.
Risky luck.
It's like you're trying to run away. He's like, nope. He's like, nope. You're not running away.
The thing is, like, if your opponent is just doing that mid punch over and over again, they're almost running out of options to beat you. They're like, I hope this works. I hope this works because I'm running out of options. If that was what I was like, Risky Luck knows he's in a game, and it started off so dominant for Risky Luck.
Yeah.
But Bob Mr. Napoleon, he just started grinding back at him again. Don't trust that your opponent knows all of these combos and knows how to stop it. Go through it. Go through your full repertoire. If you've learnt it, use it. It's just one of those things that we saw it again. He got caught with his back to the wall. Suddenly he was having to eat all of these combos and do I duck this one or do I go over it? Do I crush it? Well, he didn't do any of it and he lost a round to it and nearly lost another. Really good.
You can see that if Mr. Napoleon had a bit more matchup knowledge with Claudio, there's certain things he wouldn't have got caught by, which should have maybe not guaranteed him the win, but he would have carried on a bit more. That cross X move from Claudio when he does the 2-hit-in-one, that again people don't expect that is 2 hits. The other move that he has, which is 2-hit-and-string, even the launch one that he has, just that sort of mid there. The 2-hit-in-one and the delay after the kick as well.
I call that Scoopy hands. I've got notes on Claudio and I've got Scoopy hands is launch punishable. Just a bit of this.
That's the thing. Some of these moves, I can't remember the notation. So just double X palms and stuff like that. That's the best way to describe them.
Yeah, it's whatever helps you remember it. Look at some people's notes and it looks like they've been doing algebra. You know, they've got down forward 1 2 is -14. I go with Scoopy palms. Whatever just sticks in your head the best. But yeah, I mean it's very difficult and of course that running punch is totally duckable, and if you duck it, Bob has this move twin pistons while standing 1-2. It takes a huge chunk of health off the opponent, and it's free damage. So he just needs to duck those while running moves and look out for when it's coming in. Scout it out.
We said last week we want to see someone do that, and I don't think we've seen someone definitively duck it and launch.
There we go. If we don't see it this time, we will see it soon. It's going to happen as Bradford work their way through these oppositions. And here we go. This is Claudio's own stage. It's a lovely stage. It's got balcony break.
Oh, perfect. Risky Luck, not messing about. Quick rounds.
A forward. This is that hop kick that just hits at every angle.
Bang.
Big
shoulder.
damage.
Nice block there. Nice punish. All set.
Got to be careful here. This could be a triple perfect.
Double
Are
perfect.
we going to see our first triple perfect of the arena clash, of any arena clash?
Oh, that takes a lot of damage. Oh,
no, we're not going to see it.
Unfortunate there. Mr. Napoleon scored a hit. Mr. Luck could have had that title of the first triple perfect. It just one hit. Oh.
Actually, Bradford nearly had it last week.
Oh, sorry. The triple perfect that I called triple perfect, but you said he kind of lost.
Yeah, that's the thing. If someone ever says I triple perfected you or whatever, but you got 1 round, it doesn't count.
The thing is, if I'm on that side, I'm going to say it doesn't count. If I'm on the other side, I'm going to say I triple perfected you.
No, this is a thing, right? I'm sorry to go into this, ladies and gentlemen, but you got 3 perfects. You didn't triple perfect because you didn't get 3 consecutive perfects. It's not. It's like the perfect strike.
Stop taking it away from me.
It's like the 300-point strike. You know, you can't.
It can't be a gap in it. Yeah.
And Bradford nearly did it last week. They nearly did it just then. I really want to capture one on stream.
There needs to be another title, triple perfect. Someone needs to get that.
If someone gets that, I'm going on Twitter. I'm showing the clip. I'll send them a little award.
Follow you on Twitter if you do that.
It really doesn't.
Retweets for life.
It really doesn't take much for me to follow you on Twitter. If you just do pictures of nice food, I'm likely to follow you on Twitter. Someone sends me pictures of good, like a nice all full English breakfast, you get a follow. But yeah, though that was pretty close in some respects to a triple perfect. I do think we may see one over the course of the competition, maybe in the early stages. You never know. And the reason why we've said it's grassroots esports competition. You've got players of all ability, but also the variety of the characters that people are playing are so wide that you may just not know the matchup. And a lot of games are going to be played. Yeah,
it makes the Arena Clash exciting, seeing this variety of characters, different play styles. And if you're new to the game and you may be struggling with, I don't know who to pick, something like this can make you think, oh, I like how he plays them, because there's some characters that initially you see one play style and that looks kind of boring to you, or maybe you don't like the style, it's maybe not effective to you. Then you see someone pick up a character in a different way, you're like, wow. I said to you earlier that seeing a high-level King player in the US playing King made me think, wow, he's actually interesting. Seeing Risky Lux Claudio as well.
It took you watching a player of that quality, even though you play me all the time. Okay.
I was waiting. I'm sorry. That was actually heartless. 'Cause I did that on purpose. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I'm yet to see a Feng player that really inspires me. Thanks, Eternal Dragon. That's great. So here we go. The players are back in. They're going to be getting onto their game shortly. This has been really good.
Yeah,
it has been. The game between these teams. We were looking at it early on. We do our homework. We've got our notes and mess up the table with our notes. We didn't expect it for them to pick up many wins, but there's been a lot of rounds won, a lot of wins won, and actually Bradford, they looked so strong last week. Their offense has been equally as strong.
Yeah.
Has their defense been as strong?
That's true. That's true.
Sure.
I wrote notes saying aggressive team, and you said defense.
They are the most aggressive team I've seen.
Defense as well. When people say it's harder to learn defense in Tekken than offense, because I mean offense is more fun. Offense is everything to some people. You can just press loads of buttons, but then when someone that's not working against someone, you're like, what's defense? How do I sidestep the right string the right way?
Yeah.
How do I duck the right string? How do I duck and punish? Because you can duck it. Yeah, I've ducked, but you didn't actually punish. So defense is another aspect that some people overlook. And as you said, have we seen Bradford be a bit shaky in the defensive realm?
I think we have. I'll call it. I think we have. But the good thing about Bradford is they are so good offensively. They just turn on their own offense and roll over the opposition. Here we go. Guki Kuma versus Feng.
Right, he goes back against the wall. Oh, that was close. He nearly got the full. It doesn't break the wall.
Oh, very nice. 1+2 break. Going back into it.
Right, Santan. Oh, okay. Oh, you have to be very careful now. You cannot throw out these unsafe moves against Akuma because he will punish you hard. Hot kick.
He's really been landing them so many times. 1+2 break again. Shoulder, whiffed it.
Oh no, he actually might die.
He's got one bar to use and he's got rage, but he misses the combo. That was key. And
rage
just
drive
because
shoulder.
of that miss, he gets hit with the rage drive shoulder. Guki Akuma not having it his own way. Suntan Superman.
Oh no. He's probably going to send him high. Oh, he doesn't get him quite high, but still gets the follow-up.
Combo video, look at this.
More than 50%. Is he going downstairs?
Add that to your Guki Akuma collection. Only available at Belong Arena Clash.
Oh, sorry. Wow. Quick work of Suntan there. 1 round each.
Oh, look at that. He's baiting again.
Yeah, I like that fish in there.
You called it Eternal Dragon. He baits with that forward 3 over and over again.
It's a good tool, you know. It's unsafe, but you need to actually fish it. Throw it out to fish for something.
You've got to express yourself in these games. You can't just be hesitant, even if it's risky. Oh, nice sidestep, nice shoulder.
Nice fish hook there. Jab, yeah, that's nice.
Oh, up forward 4 again. This guy's success rate on up forward 4 is unbelievable. Goes for the low mid.
Right, now he's going to have to start jabbing him out there. He's going to throw loads of fireballs now.
This is to stop the rage game coming into play. If he throws those fireballs, he stops him from being able to use his rage arts or rage drive at close range.
Yeah.
It paid off so well. Guki Akuma's got 2 bars now, and he's got the lead. It's a very difficult situation for Suntan Superman.
Nice. Oh, hop cooks him. They're going to start jabbing him out of the air.
I
want to see someone do that. Side step, yes. Nice one. Back against the wall. Nice shoulder. Oh, flipping around. Nice conversion from Guki X Akuma. Oh, FADC combos. Shoryuken and 3-1.
Styling it out to close that out. Again, matchup knowledge.
Yeah.
Matchup knowledge, my friend.
We're seeing him challenging Akuma and jumping in the air with a hop kick, but I played this matchup very recently because even recently I didn't know what to do at all. It wasn't until I played a long set of an Akuma and I said, right, people say to jab and you know you don't do it, you hear it. I'm going to jab. So I just stood there and waited. He jumped. As soon as I jumped, there's enough time for you to jab and all the time you'll get him. And you just think, wow, it just opens up. It just mind explodes, 3 damage. And then he stops doing it because he's like, oh, I can't do it anymore.
And when you take someone off script, one or two things happen. They adapt and they come back, or they just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And it can happen. Now, it's funny, isn't it, that with these new characters to Tekken 7, I've heard people say, oh, I learnt Akuma, I've learnt Eliza, I've learnt how to play against them. And it's always, I got beat by one. It's never, they're a new, and it's happened with me. It's never, oh, well, this is a new character, I thought I better lab them in case someone messes me up in a tournament with them. It's, I got messed up in a tournament by this character, and it turns out I don't know how to stop them, and now I've had to learn them. It's weird. It always takes that, doesn't it, for someone to really go into the lab. But it's so important. Sometimes you find that there's just one or two things you go, oh, wait, that isn't a mid-hit. That's high. I can duck that. Oh, wow. I didn't realise that. Oh, I can sidestep that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And then it suddenly changes up the whole game.
Yeah.
And you stop hating the character as much and going, oh, well, actually, it's pretty hard to use. And this is sidesteppable. This is duckable. Scoopy hands is launchable.
That's why initial saying, this character's broken. Sometimes you have to step back and say, okay, I don't have to fight him. They still might be broken at the end of it, but at least you know that it wasn't just initially, I can't fight them, so now they're broken.
I don't think he's broken.
No, I don't think...
I felt that coming off you a little bit.
No. I don't think he's broken. I will say, as much as I don't like the 2D characters, he's not broken. He feels it when you get...
It's hanging very finely in the balance.
It feels it when you have... jabs cancelling to Shoryuken, then
it's those characters that have extra resource. It's Claudio, it's Eliza, it's Akuma. It's those characters that are, when they don't have the bar or the starburst, they aren't so strong, but then suddenly they're one of the best characters in the game once they've got those resources. It can make the game feel a bit topsy-turvy. Here we go, going into the game now. Suntan Superman versus Guki Akuma. Starting like he finished with the fireballs.
Oh, that was close. Could have got him out of the air with that, but just with the homing attack.
Now, this stage has a balcony break, but we're on the side of the stage where the balconies will not break. It's that other side in the background you can see there.
Unfortunate, the wall messed up his combo there. He actually went for a bit higher damage in combo there. Gets a cross-up in the back. Nice sidestep to get out of range.
Very nice sidestep. I don't approve using that rage so early, though.
Oh, sidestep. He could have maybe comboed after that as well. No.
Goes to finish it. Yeah, as you say, he gets punished for it.
I know that feeling. You're like, I'm just going to go for it. He's going to press a button, and then I'll win. But no.
No bait.
Ooh, see what I mean? He goes for an unsafe move. He doesn't do the second hit, but then goes for a hop kick now. And look what happens. You have to be very careful with Akuma. What? He kicked him in the head on the floor and he spun around.
You've got to be ready for anything with 3D games.
Right.
See, he's using that just to bait a come in. So difficult. How do you get in here?
Sometimes doing the right thing. He's being very patient. In previous matches, he would have pressed the button, jumped in. He's doing the right thing. He's working his way in. And
you can see actually that Guki Akuma, one thing he is doing, he's backing up into the wall.
Yeah.
So if you just let him continue to do that, you're going to be able to apply some pressure. Gets the perfect though.
Slowest perfect. 20 seconds left on the clock. I think Suntan, he's making good use of the back stance from Feng, but he's doing the slowest move, the flip over. He should probably do the low, which is 1, or do a mid. And just after doing that move, he's been comboed, almost reset there.
Mid into spending his bar. Seen this before.
Look at that adjust.
Gets the splat. What? And he stayed down just to eat a low again.
See, Akuma goes against what you think in Tekken. I'm on the floor, I'm relatively safe. They'll hit me once. Akuma, you'll hit you once and combo you and you get picked back up again. So that's what I mean about not really liking that they change your play style in that way.
Changes the meta.
Yeah, exactly. And even with Claudio's Starburst, he still plays this Tekken way.
Absolutely. There is a meta change when you're playing against some of these newer characters. So, for instance, I remember quite a very useful video by a player called Bubsy who put a little guide together saying never duck at the wall. This is in one of the previous Tekkens. Never duck at the wall because you get hit by a mid and you're wall splat. And when you go into wall splat, that's when you can eat a huge amount of damage. That was kind of right for a lot of the previous Tekkens, but for this Tekken playing against Akuma, when he's got a bar, if you eat a low at the wall, a tiny, tiny low, you will actually eat so much damage and you will splat. The game kind of changes. So you have to do all sorts of other things, try and interrupt him, try and sidestep. It's not easy at all.
That's very true. That's what it goes against what you've been practicing all this time against 90% of the characters in the roster. You play against an Akuma and it's like, but it'll take a lot of repetition to get out of that habit of not ducking at the wall, not doing these things, not sidestepping at the wrong time. So that's why it does change the meta, and it can flip it on its head, and it can take you a while to I keep doing what I'm used to because you have that muscle memory and it's so ingrained. It's hard to adjust.
It really is. It really is. And going through a tournament as well, you know, you play against a normal Tekken character, and then you play a 2D character. Your meta has to flip over 2 games in a very short amount of time. And then you go against another character and your meta flips again. And that's the thing, the meta's different depending on who you're playing against. And that's the great thing about Tekken.
Exactly.
It changes all the time. And that's why Joe Bloggs over here can beat Dave, but Dave can't beat Nick, and Nick beats Joe. It goes round in circles. And it can be quite mind-boggling at times.
What I found as well, you can, as well, we talk about them changing the meta and they don't feel like they belong in Tekken. Once you know them in and out, that doesn't become a factor anymore. Now, because I've actually labbed and practiced against Akuma, he feels like I'm just playing a Tekken character, apart from when I'm eating 90% combos and I'm dying. Apart from, right, he's jumping, so I'm, jab, he's doing these moves, so I sidestep. You kind of take some of that feeling away.
Absolutely.
Except when you're being comboed after FADC stuff and things like that.
So this is a matchup coming up that I absolutely love. It's King versus Hwoarang.
Why do you love this matchup?
So, going a little slightly technical again, so Hwoarang is a kick-based character, generally speaking, throws lots of kicks. King actually has a kick reversal. He can grab a foot and twist it around and put it into a throw. When he does that, he gets guaranteed that follow-up damage after. He's probably the best reverser of kicks in the game. So it'd be interesting to know how much Demon D knows about that and whether he can stop Hwoarang's kick game. That is a good option there, though. Goes into a launch straight away. Demon D is covering for one of his teammates. He's one of the substitute players on his team. I think he's done pretty well knowing that he's not always in the full roster.
Yeah. After those kicks, was that hop kick guaranteed because he hit all of them?
Because of the stagger on counter hit, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But you'd never go for that normally anyway because it's death.
Yeah. So it was at 3 chances to low parry, basically.
Yeah. Shenanigans there. Oh, backlash. Doesn't eat it, though. Oh, nice standing 4. We call that a magic 4 because it's totally safe. And if you land it on counter hit, you get a full juggle.
Oh, just kicks him out the air.
Lots of pressure here. Now imagine if this was a stage with walls, it'd be very hard to move around this pressure. Oh, I think he's going to hit him.
Yeah, he's probably not going to be dead, but he's going to be very close because King is almost dead himself. Oh,
yeah,
look at that.
he is.
One more mix up for both of them.
Good call, Dragon. Oh, no, that is so close,
no.
and he did the perfect thing. That is a common thing with King players. You go in for that running throw and you just catch yourself a little bit too short. Just means that you're a bit nervous and you weren't relaxed.
Very unfortunate Demon D.
Demon D, like, he's come off the bench for his team. He's doing a 10-hit combo.
Nice to win from Wiki to block that, but he didn't actually low parry that.
Goes for it again.
Oh, there you go, there you go.
This time. Wiki kind of calming down a bit here.
Yep, and that's what I mean about doing very unsafe moves before you know it, you're dead. Because they're getting sick of it and like, okay, I've learnt now because you're doing it so many times. He just stood up. Wow, just caught him out of the air.
Absolutely. Goes into a combo grab. Oh,
nice break. He just hop kicked as well. I feel like I'm playing you after that stuff. After this, my turn to go in. Hop kick or hop knee.
Nice finish. This is unfamiliar territory for Wiki. He's actually losing the game. Great grab on the break of the Shining Wizard. He's going to go for another one of these, what I call an adjusted combo. I've not seen it before, but it works well. And he's got him again. What's happening to Wiki? Double perfect on Wiki.
Demon D.
Demon D comes off the bench for his team, steps in for another man, and just beats Wiki.
Super sub. Well done. Well done.
I can't believe it. Demon D, I've got the pad in front of me. I want to just kind of message Demon D, so that was really cool. That was so good. Wow, Demon D played so well then. There was lots of... He was doing different juggles and combos to ones that I normally see, but his timing was always kind of off. It wasn't on a regular beat, and as a result of that, Wiki couldn't quite work out what he was doing.
Even so... It's sort of like when it mattered, he finished the combo. He might have dropped a few combos in the match, didn't optimal things, but like you said, he got the combo, he done the screw attack. You know he knows, he got the running powerbomb. So you saw he knows, and when it mattered, he was able to capitalize on that, and he got the match, and it was a perfect as well. And I like the way he ended it.
Double perfect.
Double perfect. I like the way he ended it because that happens to me. That stupid back kick from King, it's safe, right?
Stupid. Sorry. Sorry. Eternal Dragon, you just said stupid. What was that about?
That stupid kick from King that I've been hit a lot of times from him.
What's going on? What's going on?
You're just seeing some of my kind of disdain for King seep out into the stream.
Do you know, we've commentated with each other for nearly a couple of years now, and I've never seen such disrespect to a co-commentator in all my life. Can't believe this. So here we go. We're going into the next game. Now, Wiki is going to have to adjust.
Yep. He's going to have to. We're on a small stage.
Stop smiling, Eternal
now.
Dragon. Stop smiling, Eternal Dragon. Can't believe this.
Right, professional.
Professional. Wiki is going to have to make some big adjustments, and he's on a smaller stage now, which probably goes in his favour. It means that he can just keep pushing ahead with all those kicks that we see over and over again, all those mids. It's going to be interesting to see what King does now. He can reverse them. Does he know about it? Can he implement it?
Listen, King's got strong wall game if he gets the running powerbomb, because now your back is against the wall and you have to eat the mix-up.
And here we go. You called it. We're in it. We're in this situation now.
I know this feeling. Oh, nice.
Eats it. Goes for a low. And then here we go.
Sweet
now it's the
bang.
Hwarang show. Oh, catches him in the back. Doesn't get as much damage as maybe he could.
Sweet bang again.
Goes for that low.
Your kick there.
Demon D sort of got started very well early on, but it just went a bit off course.
Oh, stomps on the back of his head.
Oh!
Oh, okay. Seeing things that we didn't see in the previous match, so I like it.
This is the thing. This is why the stage can make a huge amount of difference. Look at this. No room to move around now, and suddenly Hwarang is a very, very tough opponent to play against. Oh, did you see that reaction duck on the backlash? Demon D's got some good reactions here, you know.
Nice. Seems like he's getting better as the match goes on.
Oh, went for a bigger combo, screwed it up. I could see what he was going for. Gonna have to interrupt that. King's got options to do it.
Nice.
Oh, going for the multi-part.
Is he going to do the same one? And is Wiki going to use the same break?
Look at that. King's just a hugger, really. Oh.
Oh, again, 2 times in a row. I know that
Why
feeling.
not?
You're like, he's not going to do it this time.
2 times? Yeah. Unbelievable. So good. And goes to the power crush. Eats about 5 hits in a row. And again, keeps doing the stagger kicks.
Oh, I like it. Right, enough of that now. Launch.
How much is he going to take off now? Wiki needs to take this game to secure 1-1 and take it to the final game. Demon D wants to do something about it now. Doesn't want it to go to the final game. Oh, great duck. It's so close. Oh, no.
I don't think you pressed anything there.
Do you know what happened there?
Ooh.
That it's like that game of chicken where you see 2 guys, they're staring each other down, and
Who's
then one guy veers,
first,
he blinked. He just blinked. Don't blink. I can't believe it. Oh, that was so good. Now, I think actually this is going to be, from what I saw previously, Wiki is clearly a higher... I would say he's using a lot more of the optimal stuff.
Yeah.
He's a more experienced player. Demon D, though, he's got the street smarts. And he actually has got the timing, and he's actually doing some crazy stuff that Wiki can't handle. We saw them play in the first game. Demon D won on the big wide open infinite stage. Then Hwarang got a small stage, and it went his way. I think the stage could come into play in this final game and decide who wins it.
It's a good point that you made about the movement, because the open stage, there's not as much opportunities to get that huge damage from Hwarang as well. But King can also benefit from the wall stage, as well as you said about the running powerbomb, and he got it. But you just know that when you get juggled with Hwarang, you get hit against the wall, it's not even the damage. When you get up, what's he going to do? You just have mix-ups and strings in your face. And I liked his use of the power crush, but he used it in open play. I would like if he used it once he's being pressured now, then use the power crush, because he used it at the start of a round, I think, and he ate like 5 hits, and he was actually had less life.
He lost more life than he did gain by hitting him with it. Yeah, that's a good call. It's one of those things, though, that no one expects you to do it. And I think that's kind of...
Sorry, just as you say the stage now. Gone back to Arctic Snowfall.
Yeah, Demon D gets Arctic Snowfall. This should work in his favour. Should have a bit more room to move around. I was just going to say, no one expects anyone to just do a power crush at the start of a game like that. So it kind of, okay, didn't work then, but it's that kind of craziness that got him to the party in the first place. Why not go for it?
Just do it.
It'd be interesting to see if he goes for it again. You got to imagine that Wiki might be ready for it this time.
Yeah. Right.
Here we go,
so
going into the game now.
let's see who's going to take it.
So Wiki versus Demon D.
Demon D.
Oh, backwards
Back
hop kick.
kick.
Nice patience there from Wiki. Stayed for the it and just blocked at the right moment.
Wow, look at all that damage there. God, I like to see Demon D sort of get up and try that move again. Oh, just gets hit with counter hit as well.
Demon D gave Wiki far too much time to move around and get his stuff in there.
Nice option there. Actually ducked under his high jab.
Goes to the power push again.
Unfortunate though.
Yeah, 8 the hits but didn't get his own out. Those power crushes, they have inbuilt armor. But it doesn't mean you're invincible.
Nice hop kick.
Okay, he's got the opportunity to pressure now. Maybe I'd like to see a multi-part throw.
Oh, is he going to get the
good
heartbreak?
enough? No,
Nice
great
reversal though. Jiu-jitsu.
Oh, catches him. He's still got a sliver of health.
Oh, just start. The axe kicked him on the head.
There is no mix-up inbuilt in that in that rage drive. He could have just stood for the mid and waited for the mix-up after.
There you go.
4-2,
Wiki,
yep.
he's probably going to do that now.
He's timed it perfectly.
Yeah.
He went for it before, but he just was a little bit late. Wiki, it feels to me like Wiki's just gone, look, I can't mess around. I need to go in. I need to get my hits in because when I let you flow, I lose.
Yep. Oh, wow. Just hammers him down to the ground and Wiki takes a convincing. The stage didn't even matter there. He was like, right,
No.
I'm taking this now.
I think adaptation mattered in the end.
Yep.
Wiki just adapted so well. And I believe that is the first round robin complete.
Yeah.
And we have an 8-1 to the Rams. And I would say a very, very competitive 8-1.
Yeah.
Certainly not a stomp by any means. It was a lot of really close games.
Some very exciting matches up. Some very good upsets as well, where we're just jumping over and like, oh my god, did you see that? And it's just been very exciting as well, seeing that they've improved from the first match right up until the end. And it's hard to do in tournaments or anything competitive to play one way at the start. Usually you'll get knocked out of a tournament and play good in casuals. Like, why didn't I do that in the tournament?
Happens to everyone.
Yeah.
So annoying. You're taking me to some very dark places today, Eternal Dragon.
PTSD of now. I was like,
can't believe this.
0-2 in tournaments and stuff like that. Oh man.
Happens to everyone, but that's how you learn.
Exactly.
It's absolutely how you learn. Now you've got to see that Rams are marching toward. Are they marching towards victory, or do you think there's something in it here for Gateshead?
They're marching. There's a few little humps along the road, but they're definitely marching towards victory.
So in that case, then you've got to see that if that does go ahead that way, let's just say kind of an as it stands table, that would put the Rams, if they do win this next round robin, because it's 2 round robins, then you would see that they're actually on 6 points, and the London Lionhearts are playing today. We may or may not catch how they're doing. If we do hear some results coming in, we will certainly relay it to you. But even though the Lionhearts win today, they may be behind the Rams.
That's true, and it's adds that sort of psychological aspect, a bit like World Cup, when it comes to the groups, where we've played matches, we're on a high, we've won 2 straight, we're watching them now, and everyone else has to perform as well. And 2 games, 2 weeks that have been convincing, going on, if the Rams take it convincing, as we say, it adds that momentum. And with this sort of one that you've had 2 matches on the stream, you've had the most intense one, you can watch it back now and see where you're at, and they've kind of been thrown at the deep end, but they've handled it well.
Absolutely. The confidence you must gain from seeing yourself at the top of the table as well. Above London. Above London.
It's a good sight. Very impressed with the team so far. And yeah, it's just been a great week. Great first 2 weeks of Arena Clash straight off the bat. Some great matches. Love discovering these new players that we've never even heard of before.
Yeah, absolutely. I do hope that the other teams will watch this. I mean, a lot of them will be playing right now, but we'll watch this back and see the kind of competition they're going to have to deal with. Gateshead, they've had a sub on who's actually proved to be pretty decent.
Yeah.
Suntan Superman, he is not that far off. he's not that far off at all. There's elements of his play that if he just tightens it up,
Yep.
they've all Mr. Napoleon. They've all brought something to the table. Not one of them has been free by any means. It's not been the theme of last week was kind of two stomps and two teams really setting out their stall to show themselves as being the best teams in their area or in their group. This one's been quite different. This has been about the grind of playing good players, the grind of having to beat a team of other people who clearly do know the game and understand. I'm just going to tell the other teams to go ahead, and I think they are right now. And now this is the thing about the round robin. There's got to be some adaptation. Now, hopefully, when you're not playing, you're going away and watching the videos back and understanding why you lost or what happened. You've got to think that maybe the player that you didn't know the most about, that you want to learn about as soon as possible, is Guki Kuma.
Yeah. Other characters, as we keep saying about certain matchups, his is so different when you're starting out. You have to kind of be told specific things. You can say, oh, play better. Against Kuma, you must do this. And it could go a long way because you just can't get around it when he jumps in the air, jab. We keep saying it, but it's helped me because I was that person as well where, I played 2 Akumas. I played the best Akuma in the EU. Knocked me out of a tournament. Played another one. So he knocked me into losers, then I knocked out the tournament, so I have to learn him. And one of the key points that was just a hard and fast rule is when he jumps, jab him. And it was working.
Every character needs a button against that jumping.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. So here they go into the next... and starting off this next round robin. So this is the opportunity now. What we do know is that the Rams have won the first round robin and there's a second one. So it can either only be won or drawn for them now. And for Gateshead, it can only be drawn or lost. So Gateshead now, they're going to be throwing in Suntan Superman against Claudio, so against Risky Luck. Risky Luck, again, best proponent of While Running 2 that I've seen in the Belong Arena Clash, and maybe in the UK. Probably in the UK, and definitely one of the most aggressive players I've seen play. Yeah.
Speaking of aggression as well, I played this matchup quite a bit against one of the London Claudio mains, Pun Life, and I take the approach of being very defensive because Claudio does have key moves that are unsafe, even if it's jab punishable, and I found that the best way is to nullify his stuff by just... Even if you stand up and block that move, now you have to wait. Is he going to go low after? Is he going to go mid? So you might get hit a few times, but you have to really make him think, I can't open him up with these stuff. He's going to get more risky, and then he's going to get launched. One of the big things, you have to launch that Burning Knuckle. And Feng's got a really good while rising move as well. Get good damage off of it. Right. Command throw not broken. He's at the wall as well.
Good sidestep.
Oh, not broken again.
Sorry, again, he loves that throw, doesn't he?
Yeah, got it perfect. So he's got to notice now that it's worked against Risky Luck. It didn't work against the other players. So is Risky Luck's throw breaking not so great?
While Running 2 again. I feel like he's going to go for it again. Nearly went for it then. He wants to go for it. Oh!
Oh, man.
Now with Starburst, he get that low can launch.
Oh! Just out of range. No, he got punished that move. Launching at him. Tried to go for the shoulder. Oh, sir.
So Feng has a punch parry.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that Risky Luck loves to delay that back 4-2. I'm sure he can punch parry that second hit.
Yeah,
he's quick enough.
He's got 3 different parries, and if he delays it and there's a big gap, you can actually parry it.
Oh,
man.
Not so fast, my friend. Doesn't get hit by the mid.
Nice. I like that option there. Just runs up and he just up.
That is relentless, isn't it?
Yeah. He hits you down, just gets up and runs and punches you in the face. Oh, messed up the ender there.
1+2 throw again.
Goes low. Nice fish hook there. Good option there. Nice. Goes low. Yes, I would have went low there. Nice one. 2-2 now. Suntan Superman. Come back. Nice sidestep.
What a sidestep.
That move is unsafe. Could you punish that?
Going for the bait, but it's been seen before. You need more in your repertoire, my friend. Oh, very, very nice.
Oh, challenge that as well. Right, he's giving his own throw now. And yeah,
1+2 throw there.
Risky Luck just kind of went all over him now. Suntan was just didn't know what to do.
The level of offense you have to handle one game to the other with Risky Luck.
Yeah.
I don't think he cares who you are. Like he's just one of those guys. He's a monster. He just literally plays. Do you know who he reminds me of from the, last season? Who's also playing in this season? Sonny.
Sonny Boy, yeah, Sonny Boy.
Sonny
of the
Boy
York
from
team.
York. He's a nightmare. He doesn't care who you are. He's going to play his game and he's going to play super aggressive. Sonny Boy's like the kind of guy who literally just throws out a throw right at the start of a game, or just tries to launch you, doing a punishable launch move right at the start of the game just to catch you. And he feels like a very similar player. Just he wants to hit you.
Yeah.
He wants to get you as soon as possible in the game and just get that round cleared out.
I have noticed one aspect with the very aggressive style of Risky Luck, and we saw it when he was playing against the Bob player, Mr. Napoleon, where the aggression can be brought to a standstill as soon as you give him some aggression back, and he doesn't know.
Yep.
He doesn't maybe so much sidestep or backdash as much. He'll stand still.
Yeah.
And he freezes up. So that's one of the gaps that I've seen, is that as well as him being very aggressive, when it's put back onto him, he doesn't deal with it as well as other people. And Claudio has in a way a panic move with the hop kick, which is a good option for hyper aggressive people at certain points, because it can crush low and it can crush high in the way it does. But he's kind of frozen to not pressing a button. So I think Suntan has to try and capitalize on that as well. You always have to dial it back one hit less, because you can get hop kicked by it as well.
Well, they're going in now. Oh, this stage isn't going to help Suntan very much, is it?
Yeah, it's very small. Feng does good on walls, but considering he's playing against an aggressive Claudio, he's going to find himself getting burned and knuckled in the face back against the wall.
You put it so well. So we're going into Precipice of Fate. Very small stage. Now, Feng classically a range 0 character, but Risky looked one of the most aggressive players I've ever seen in the Arena Clash. And he... Oh, thank you for proving my point. What a number... Oh,
and
my God.
Can you kill him with just completely burning knuckles? That would be fun. I want to see that. Come on, throw.
Bit of pressure. Oh,
there you go.
Again, we've talked about it before, just for those players more new to the game. That hop kick crushes lows and crushes some highs. It literally means that it beats out
nice
low
punish.
moves.
That is the perfect
really
punish for that.
Oh, what? Someone clipped that. That was crazy.
That's like Feng has been doing that since Tekken 6. I've seen as well. That is, oh, it would have been optimal. It would have been close to death. Oh, reset.
Oh, shenanigans.
Oh no, didn't convert off that.
Is he going to pay for it? Sense of fist.
No. Right, he's still alive. He's got another mix-up. He's not dead though.
Interesting. This isn't the combo I thought he'd go for. I thought he'd go for a wall splat and then some more pressure. This won't kill him. Pad is going absolutely crazy in front of me now.
I like that. He goes for the bare knuckle. Range is a bit off, and he just hop kicks him. Nice backing off there. Offset.
And we've seen this before with Suntan Superman. Works his way back into the game a bit, needs to do more.
Interesting, he does the burning knuckle, gets him all the way to the wall, but does a command throw and he switches to position it back against the wall. He's going to have to be careful in other matchups, because that will come back to bite him if he keeps reserving the position, and now he's back against the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. Running punch, yeah!
Nice side step. Oh, side step low. Nice option to stay on the floor. Command throw, not broken now. He hasn't broken none of those. Remember, alright, there we go. Wow, just backed him in the face.
Oh, got caught pressing buttons. Suntan Superman had a mix-up. Oh, Risky Look at a mental block there.
Nice, good use of the string there.
Oh, nice punish
as well. I like that.
Suntan Superman working his way back into the game again.
He's grinding, he's fighting, he's not going down. Going down easily, he's giving him a fight. Is it coming? Duck it, please. Oh, he ducked it, but he didn't punish it.
Oh, went for the command throw, tried to punish it. Good effort. Oh, he needs a real massive comeback now. Oh, this is a good start.
Access.
Is he going to run in, or is he going to wait and see if he can punish him?
He's going to run a punch. He's going to do it.
Don't try and jump over the punch. Oh,
that looked like it might have been an input error, but he's going to be asking, is he going to do it? Of course he's going to do the burnt knuckle. He's going to do it.
Now,
he's going to do it until someone says...
If you duck the punch, you may have the game. If you try and jump over the punch, you're going to get hit in one of the most unfortunate areas a man can get hit. And that's what we saw just then. That was a really, really good game.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Again, I'm seeing just if Sun to Superman just had a bit more optimized combos with Feng after the sidestep for the low. If he goes into the forward 1+2 screw attack as opposed to the other one that he's doing, he gets a bit more damage. Feng's got good mix-ups after he launches him. Instead of ending with the shoulder, he ends with the forward 3-4. So just tidying up those things will get him those rounds, and he would start clawing back damage, and they turn into rounds as well. Because sometimes he was in the lead, and it's just like, no, he dropped the combo. He got the reset off after the combo as well, where if you tech roll, and then the lows come and you stand up, you get sweeped. So he had that. He could have stomped, he could have comboed, and he didn't. So very unfortunate for Suntan Superman, but Risky Luck just, no matter what, he's just getting burning knuckles, punch him in the face. I love it. It doesn't no matter what stage of the game it is, he's just doing it all the time.
I just can't wait to see more of Risky Luck and the Bradford team generally.
Yeah.
They look like you want teams like this in the tournament, don't you?
Yeah.
Like you don't. There is something about this team. They're like those end of game bosses where they're like the most. They're invincible, but there's maybe some sort of Achilles heel. I'm seeing it a little bit, just a little bit. Their defense isn't as good as their attack, but you like those kind of characters in video games, don't you?
His RPG, he's like his attack is like 1,000, his defense is really low, but doesn't matter if he's just killing you like that.
They are. Do you know Bradford are a video game character? You're right. You're so right. They are like that character you pick where it's like their offense is crazy, but they've got like slow movement or something like that. It's not all totally balanced with that team, but their offense is the best I've seen of the Arena Clash this season so far.
Definitely.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Well, it seems like Gateshead are really putting up a good fight, and you can see that Gateshead are likely to pick up more points within. I'm looking at the table they're in, so they're in there with the Rams, with the Smugglers, with Lionhearts and Steelers. I think there are points to be picked up for that team. Yeah,
interesting to see maybe versus the Steelers. That might be a match that could be close between them. We haven't had a chance to see the Steelers yet on stream, but
well, the interesting part of this is, so we've got 3 tables. We've got table 1, 2 and 3. So in table 1, Rams, Guardians, Smugglers, Lionheart, Steelers. In 2, Swarm, Centurions, Vikings, Nighthawks, Invincibles. And then the third table, it's a little bit smaller. So the top 3 teams from the first 1 and 2 and the top 2 from the third one will qualify through.
Right.
So I think that third place spot, if I'm to call out in table 1, you give Rams and Lionhearts probably a very good chance of finishing first and second.
Yeah. I'm
not sure which order. I can't wait to see. If we don't cover their game on this stream, I'm heading down to the.
It'll be a crime.
I'm going to record it myself and give them a memory stick. It's going to be all hell's going to break loose. But that third spot, I can't call who's going to get that between Guardians, Smugglers, and Steelers. I think that's really open.
Yeah, I like the fact that open part there is who is going to be that one that's going to take it.
Demon D, the sub, who's shown that he's not here just to take part. He's had some really good games against Guki Akuma. Get away.
Oh, just kicked him in the face.
Now you can launch that.
Ooh, doesn't. It's the after. Well, that blocks all of them but doesn't do anything after. Oh, nice.
Step from Demon D. Could have got more. Bit unlucky.
Oh, gets him.
Not?
Wow.
Spends it early. Now he's put himself in a situation where one mix-up will pay off for him.
He's gonna.
Oh, now what's going to happen here? Oh, it wasn't enough. There was armor on that move. The lights have gone out. And Demon D is no longer home.
Gets hit by the Raging Demon as well. Let's go, second round.
Demon D putting up a good fight.
Oh, just axe keep, and that gets him a juggle as well. Oh, I see we tried to spike him high, didn't work out, but he's working on a perfect, and he will get it.
Did that combo that he does when he's got 2 bars, that's clearly his favourite combo.
Wow.
Because I've seen him go for it a few times now, that exact one.
Sweeps him. Sweet.
King trying to use that Jaguar step.
Look at the jabs there. Nice dash jabs as well. Excellent wall carry there. Guki Akuma playing really well.
I wonder what he's using, because his execution is really, really good. I wonder if he's a pad player or a stick player.
That's true. Still working on the perfect as well.
Oh, look at that.
Jump back Omni
again. I'm calling that the Demon Dini now. He's made that his own move. It actually hit him. It was.
And the first time we did it, I think it got him out of trouble as well, actually.
Yeah, there are characters who do jump back hop. Yeah, Josie. When she does that butterfly kick.
Edge, yeah.
Butterfly edge. She can do it backwards and still catch. And
True saying, orbital heel can do it up. I think backwards as well, possibly. Yeah,
and that's hard when someone's throwing a move that moves them backwards as well. It's like there's a certain level of evasion in it, and can make things whiff and sometimes make things hit that wouldn't otherwise.
Yeah.
So at Demon D, things went as you might have expected. I did see some little rays of hope though. You actually saw Guki Kuma maybe relax a little bit too much and go for some stuff that was a bit more unsafe.
Yeah, I think with Demon D, he's trying as best as he can, but I think we've got to that ceiling now where he, like I said, he's come as a sub. He's he's helped his team out, and he's played really well. He's shown that he's got some skill there as well. Exactly, but now he's got to deal with someone that will have higher skill and a character knowledge gap as well. And not knock against him, because as you said, most of the time you'll get beat by Akuma and get beaten to the ground before you actually go into practice mode and go, what is unsafe? What is safe? What can he do? So he's got a lot to take from it, and he's got a lot to be proud of. You know, he's done his team well, and yeah, he's played well. You know, he's just got to that point where now we're seeing that the Bradford team are just showing that. Well, not now. It's been shown from before actually, but I think he's reached that point where he's going to have to try as much as he can to just do what he can against Akuma, but it's so difficult, you know, it's so hard.
And Bradford are grinding; they're not having it easy at all.
Yeah,
they're not having it easy. They've had to adapt a lot to some very unusual play styles and some very unusual combos, and some players who may just have the street smarts. They may not know all the combos, but they've got street smarts against them.
Yeah,
and Demon D's really done himself justice.
I want to see him kind of go in now. I think, you know what? I'm just going to go for the chain throws, just go for everything crazy, just do anything now.
He's landed them, and they've not always been broken, and if they have been broken, they've been broken quite late on into the chain throw.
Yeah.
So we should keep going for them. Here we go, going into the next stage, so a lot smaller stage now. I think this works for King. Less fireballs, goes for it, goes for the chain throw. What are we going to see? Going for the neck break. This is
STF.
So this is the lowest damage option, but the best Oki means it's hardest for his opponent to get up.
What's Oki mean? Sorry.
It's Okazemi. It's short for Okazemi. If you can ask me what Okazemi means, you've got me on the ropes there, my friend. But it just means it's just a reference for what you do when the opponent's on the floor. There's a lot of characters that have great Okazemi. King is one of them. That is exactly what you should be doing.
Well, and he's got the life lead as well. Demon D playing very well. He's one little hit. Oh, no!
Why not?
First round up now.
Eat the knee.
Neutral jump.
Again, he can't throw these fireballs around as much now because there's no real distance to be kept. This is going to be a little bit harder for Guki Akuma. Nice duck. There was a mid option of that, so it was a big read to do a duck.
Oh, that was close. Good sidestep. He could have got a full launch.
Atlas hammer.
With the first all there.
Nice patience from Demon D. Didn't hit kicks on get up. We've really not seen that so much today, have we? Do you remember last week we just saw so many players hit so many kicks on wake up?
Yeah, that's very true actually.
Oh, what a great reaction. Still got rage though, got the rage art. Oh, could use it now. Rage drive, rage drive. What? No.
Oh no.
He clearly was going for it.
Yeah.
You can just imagine his whole team on his shoulders just shouting, go for it, you've got him down.
Yeah.
King's Rage Drive is one of the best rage drives in the game. When the opponent's on the floor, you can use it to spike them, which means that you can go for even more options. And this is what you don't want to see. If you're in Gateshead, you don't want to see Guki Kuma just going through his flow.
Oh wow, just relentless pressure now, and Demon D was doing well. He got the first round. Just if you utilised that rage, you could have still been in it.
Won't get the wall here. It's a big read when you go for that shoulder barge. It's a power crush, which means that you read that your opponent's going to press buttons. Didn't pay off then. And it's looking very close to the round being complete. Guki Akuma so close to taking it, and there we have it with a perfect. Wow. That was just so dominant in the end.
Yeah, we're seeing that Goki Akuma, as well as being a dominant player and the character he's going against. I like also, the fact that he's not taking it easy. He's not, I'm winning and I'm just, playing with my food. He's still going for those common video combos. He's still going for max damage options. He's still just going in completely. And I like that. You play, 100% all the way to the end. No messing about. I like that what we're seeing from him.
This is the mark of Bradford. We saw it last week. Their opposition last week, I would say that compared to this week, this week's a bit stronger.
Yeah.
Last week alone, when it was a bit of a stomp, they played their heart out all the way through.
Yeah.
And you gotta be scared about those guys. Some people don't play well in the lead. They kind of are like, they have to be behind in order to play their best. They have to be losing a little bit, and I sometimes feel a bit like that. Sometimes I kind of wake up when I'm losing.
I felt that against you. I'm thinking, I'm winning two matches up, and then you start to play sick crazy mode, and I'm like, how did I lose when I was 2 rounds up?
These guys stay awake all the way through.
Yeah.
They've got the lead. They're like, I'm playing just as hard. I want to stomp them even harder. That's
I like that. Ultimate destruction. You do not let up. Defeat them until there's no more. I like that.
There's a dark side to you, isn't there? I've noticed this. The teams are rejoining now after having reset their buttons. Who have we got coming up?
So next we have Wiki versus Mr. Napoleon.
Okay, so this Mr. Napoleon, would you say is the best player on his team? It's hard to say because Suntan Superman started off not looking as good, but then he came along so well.
That is difficult. Suntan Superman, as you said at the start, was a very shaky sort of thing, but a big change. He was only using like 2 moves in the first match, and then he started to...
really odd.
Yeah.
It had to be nerves.
Definitely. And then he started to use all of Feng's moves. He started to really use the sidestep lows. He started to use the shoulders to interrupt moves as well. And I liked his use of the command throw. It was getting broken, but as we've said before, even if it's broken, apart from your back being against the wall, you don't lose out your pressure. He throws them away, and you're back to resetting the position as well. So I liked what he was doing there.
Yeah, me too. Some minor adjustments, and I think he could have taken it all the way.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Napoleon, he's going with Bob, as we've seen before. Again, a player who I feel once he kicked off the whatever was kind of shackling him before.
Yeah. Really
started to come into his own. I felt like he started to look like a very strong player.
Actually, in the last match, Mr. Napoleon, he won this one, if I remember, against Wiki in the one. So
yeah, they did win one game last set.
Yeah.
They've had so many near misses, but there was one when they won.
Yeah, that's it. And it was a very aggressive match. Both of them mix-ups from Huarang, and that pressure and the strings from Bob. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going to happen now. Mr. Napoleon versus Wiki.
Is Wiki going to get his revenge? Or is Mr. Napoleon going to take it one step further?
Oh,
nice back 3 punish.
Nice. While standing punish there as well.
Always opts for that while standing punish. Gets a good chunk.
Oh,
no. What was the read there? He knew he was going to press buttons.
He's not dead.
Hey, get ready for it. And wait!
Wow.
Always have to do that.
Pixel life.
What's the mix-up?
Oh, punches him in the guts. I like that Bob. He's just shaking his hand up as well with his neutral stance. Oh, I like that. Just few strings, gets out of there.
I know what Wiki's doing tonight. He's Googling Bob.
Nice start.
Oh, no. Overhead kick.
This may be it. Yeah, with the ball. Wiki's still it now.
Okay, mate. We know you're upset.
Everyone's been very respectful. They just, this little cheeky little stomp.
Oh, look at that. Get in, get out. Mosquito warfare there.
I like this.
I love it. Mr. Napoleon.
Just rolls away from him.
Oh, gets caught. Oh, wow. Great patience there from Wiki. How's Mr. Napoleon going to get out? He's got rage again. Does he use it? Could have. He would have caught him with the rage art.
Finishes.
What's the mix-up? Gets caught. Good. Oh, yes, I think he's got him. He's got him. He has got him. Slow-mo City. Speed and wait. Oh, I'm so sick. So sick.
Slow-mo rage art. This Napoleon is up. What a sidestep.
Mr. Napoleon is just looking so good.
Oh, to see that. I love that spike. Oh, he's doing it. He's worked out now.
Now, if you're
Wow.
Wiki, Mr. Napoleon is in your head, isn't he?
He's going in. He's mad.
so angry.
Yeah.
The comeback factor for Mr. Napoleon is so good. Do not rule him out now. 2 rounds apiece. Which way is he going to go?
We got a fight here.
Oh, use the backlash to catch him coming in. He's going to get the wall. Nice big splat. Look at that chunk. What can he do? Is he going to finish the combo? Yes, he would. He gets ducked. Oh, so unlucky.
Oh, that was a great match.
I can't believe Wiki won that. That was like Rocky.
Yeah.
You might call him Rocky rather than Wiki. He got battered all the way through the game.
I've got to give Wiki credit though. He was getting battered, but the way he came back, he was like, right, let me just step back. He's doing the strings and they have highs. Duck the highs and punish. And that's what you do. You can get frustrated and you don't realize what's going on, so you just try and play and just beat him. He stepped back and like, he's doing the strings, duck at the right time, punish. And that's how he won.
It is exactly how he won, and it's so easy when you're playing it's a stringy character. I mean, actually, Hwarang is one of them as well.
Exactly.
Where you just kind of get caught in headlights, and you're pressing buttons at the wrong time, and you're eating the high when you... He actually stayed very calm. Now, I will say one thing, though, and I think we saw that stump right at the end. He got under his skin. He got under his skin. He's the only player on his team who's dropped a game, dropped 2 games in the mini set. And he's the only player that I think felt has been dominated by a particular matchup.
Yeah. We can see there seems to be a little rivalry develop between them.
Yeah.
I like the fact as well, see the little stomp after. It wasn't like a big bombastic, it was like a just stomp on you.
I'm kind of half
dirty stomp.
expecting like there to be a message in the corner of the screen saying, do you want to play some casuals later? Because you know when that happens, it's normally because one of them's really salty and they know they've got unfinished business. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Great.
It's a great northern battle today. We've got 2 teams in the north really playing their hearts out, putting on a great show. That's for me was my game of the day so far.
Yeah, these two have had some electric moments. Going to the stage, it's got a balcony break now.
Duomo de Serial.
Who's going to make the use of this?
Yeah, we are on the cathedral stage. It has got a balcony that so often gets broken. You'd expect it to happen with these 2 characters that apply so much forward pressure that there's going to be a lot of movement. I think I really can't call this one. It'll be interesting to see, though, how Napoleon does with knowing that he absolutely battered his opponent and still lost.
Yeah, he has to probably notice about the strings, though. He died because he was doing the strings, which is good, but he did them too many times and was getting hit, getting punished from them.
Here we go with the pressure.
He's
Nice.
mixing up now.
Ooh, perfect punish.
Close to the wall.
We might see a balcony break. Wiki went for it, but it looked like Napoleon had a read on that. He's going for that mid pressure. You see the repeated mid pressure. That's because he wants that wall break.
Oh, nice
great interrupt.
Look at that conversion as well.
Very interesting.
Adaptation for both of them.
Absolutely. Napoleon didn't duck there because he knew that the mid pressure was coming to try and smash that balcony.
Right.
Oh, catches the low on counter hit. Oh, look at this low pressure.
Oh,
mixes it up.
Different moves now. Wiki's onto something. He's got a perfect. He's doing the moves that he's not reacting to, and he's doing different moves in his arsenal he hasn't used.
He smelt blood in the water, for sure.
Oh, gets him with the sword. You can.
Big splat.
Nice. I like that. He just waited a little bit, then done the string.
Are we going to see a perfect in response?
Yes, we will. You got perfect. So do I. He's still in it now. Mr. Napoleon, he's fighting back. Oh, power crush.
Look at Wiki backing off.
Now you see they're both sweating now. Hearts beating fast. Oh, nice trade. Napoleon is lucky that it wasn't a full combo. Oh.
Backlash into backlash again. This is the plan B for most Hwarang players. Just do backlash over and over again if the other guy's coming in. Oh, floats him. Could have finished him. Again, he blinked. Yeah. He blinked. Oh, Napoleon. Wow,
man. So close, but he just cracked that. You said that game of chicken. He just broke first.
He might not have won the game, but he won our hearts, didn't he?
Yeah.
He played so well. He played so well.
That was great. I love that. The match between both of those players Both matches
I
was
want to
just
message
great.
them. Look, I've got the pad. Look, I'll just tell you played great, mate. Come out. Are you doing anything later? Should we go for let's go for a bite to eat? It was unbelievable. I think you just played so well. Really did play well. Let's see if I can get them back in the lobby after changing their buttons. So how are we looking on the score? We're looking at 3-0 in the second round robin.
Yeah, so like I said, all the matches have been crazy, been some a bit more dominating, but some very close. But Bradford, they're in the lead, 3-0 in the first round robin. We're going into the next one of their second set, and Risky Luck is up against, I believe it's...
Is it Demon D?
Demon D, yeah, Demon D. So Risky Luck and Demon D in the first match in this second round robin.
Risky Luck didn't seem to know the King matchup that well, but Demon D didn't know the Claudio matchup, and that really did hurt him because he wasn't ducking.
Yeah, and you saw the delays on the strings that Risky Luck is saying, okay, I'm going to test your knowledge, so I'm going to go through the whole move list and just delay the strings. And when are you going to interrupt? Are you going to interrupt? And he was getting a lot of damage off of that.
Very difficult indeed. When that happens and your opponent knows that you don't know the moves are delayable, it can be so laborious.
Yeah.
You're just guessing all the time. You start second guessing them, second guessing yourself, and it can be a very difficult scenario. Now, what I would say to Demon D is your grab game, your chain grab game. So this is when you grab them once, then you go into another grab, and then another grab. It's really good. You can do it. So, and he can't be doing any of those while running twos or any of those hop kicks whilst he's in a grab.
Yeah.
He can't do anything. It's the King show. So just get him in those grabs. See what you can do.
I want to see him do it more because he has shown that he can do the running throws, but he's either done it once at the end of the round. I want to see him do that more and employ that as like a main part of the game because we see him do it at the end, you know, when he was just short of it. That was the first time we tried it in that match.
It's an amazing move, the Shining Wizard.
Yeah.
If there was enough room in the studio, I'd show
You do it to me.
You know, obviously I like to act out some of the moves, most of them being the Bob moves. But in any case, yeah, it's one of the best moves. It's so good. And it's actually King's version of Claudio's running punch.
Oh, very true.
It's exactly the same input, but with a throw. It's a run-up throw, and it is so quick and so hard to break. And it's got the hardest throw break in terms of timing of any of the throws. So yeah, I would like to see him use that more as well. Again, it becomes a game of does your opponent know when to duck or when not to duck.
Right. That's when you can mix up, you know, okay, he's stuck in throws, and then you can use the hop knees, which we see Demon D use a lot of.
And we are going to be going to Precipice of Fate. Now, I would say that this doesn't work in the favour of a Claudio player because he doesn't have space to do his wild running move. Unfortunately, this Claudio player can do it at 0 range. So it won't harm at all. Doesn't need space to do it. Hop kick straight away.
And it's just throw straight away. Broke. And then hop knee of his own.
Adjusted combo. Yes, we're going to see it. Takes him towards the wall. What's the mix-up? Oh, that is a great option.
Did a different option from last time than doing the down kicks there.
Demon D got a good chunk off him. He's going to need to get up safely now.
That's the delays we was talking about. He's going to start going through all of them now. Will Demon D... Oh, just a bit too...
Bit twitchy.
Yeah.
Definitely a bit twitchy. You need to be careful. When you've got that rage, use it to your advantage. When every move you do when you're in rage, you take off more damage. So hold it for as long as you can until you need to use it.
You wish you like punish that. You just wait for all the hits to come out and just punish it with a hop kick.
Look at that, very tentative from both players. Now Risky Luck's got the used the starburst on the low, gets a splat.
Working on a perfect.
Goes for the unblockable.
Oh, Risky Luck has got to have the record of perfect. Well, he's fighting between him and Goki for the most amount of perfects. Oh,
look at this pressure. Oh, gets the hop kick, unlucky for it to trade.
Oh, just all this wall-to-wall splats.
Oh, this is going by in the blink of an eye.
Run up throat. Oh.
Wow. That was so quick.
Yeah, 3 quick rounds. Risky Luck, he does not mess about.
Do you know what how he plays? He actually plays like someone's putting money in the meter for the electricity, and he's only got like maybe a few quid left.
A few minutes left before it runs out.
Dad, put a quid in the meter. I've got 3 games left in me. He's so quick.
And it's just the same move, which is not wrong. All right, rather than get complex, burn a knuckle, burn a knuckle. Ha, ha, ha. No one's been stopping it so far.
He plays like he's got an important appointment coming up. Got the dentist.
Oh, God.
He's so quick a player. That is the quickest game of Tekken I think we've commentated.
Quick and he gets a lot of perfects. Like I said, him and Gokik Sakuma, the perfect count is crazy. The amount of perfects we've seen, double perfects, perfect here, perfect there. So just very good, man, very good.
And we've just seen a comment in the chat. We've just seen Bradford said, making up for Wiki. So a bit of banter between the teammates. They've obviously seen that Wiki's had a tougher time than his teammates this game.
I like that team aspect there. You
Very
hurt my
nice.
friend. I'm going to avenge him.
It's that kind of team dynamic I love. I absolutely
love it. And as you said, because this game is usually it's solo. It's you on your own. You lost, go home. This team aspect in it adds a different dynamic. It's just great.
And we should remind you, this is the UK's premier esports grassroots competition. And what we mean by that is you've got players who are coming in from the pro scene, and you've got players who are playing in their first tournament for the first time. They're all playing at their respective belong locations in round-robin format versus each other. We will go to, later down the competition, we will be going into a playoff route and then into a grand finals. But what we're looking at now is the group stages. So we've got players at all different levels of ability playing each other. And it's fantastic to see, because sometimes when you're commentating some other tournaments, you kind of see in a 1v1 format the same characters, sometimes the same strats. We're seeing players bring a diverse level of strategies from different types of play, different styles of play, playing against tournament players, playing against people who maybe it's their first tournament, and it's great seeing Bradford come out of the blocks like this.
Yep.
Bit of spacing here from D&D, very nice. Gets caught with the Starburst low, but it doesn't get converted into a combo by Risky Luck. Risky Luck loves having those gunky blue hands. Gets it back so quickly. And look at this, bit of spacing here by Risky Luck. Breaks the throw, very nice. That is a normal throw, which means it can be broken with either one of the punches, and he did it very well there. Oh, could have punished that with more.
There we go, there's the run-up throw that we were talking about. You just ducked it, I want to see more of that though.
Again, didn't press too many buttons after that safe mid, very good.
Oh, nice duck there. Oh, just knees him up.
Oh, low. Doesn't convert it again. What's happened to Risky?
Nice.
Look, where's he gone? Oh, very nice, very nice. Okay, I like this option because he's going to get wall pressure. He's pushing him into the wall, which means that King will get a mix-up of sorts unless Risky Look presses the button and he catches him.
Oh, that goes
very
low.
nice.
Nice one. And he goes.
Oh my god! We talked about. We're going back to that. We hold that thought, Eternal Dragon. Let's get through this game. Then we go into that in the break.
He's
that
feeling
was crazy.
himself.
And now he's going for a chain grab.
Oh, breaks it.
Nice punish. Oh, delays the mid.
What's that? Look at that, man. That damage.
Needs to duck those high punches.
Like, blocks it this time. Oh, man, look at the range of that. His fist was through his face.
Crazy execution. And again, hop kick.
Tried to spike him high, just a bit short there.
And this pressure's unbelievable. I think he's got him angry. Nice counter hit, catch. Got the wall now, use it as pressure. Oh, look at the repeated hop kicks from Risky Luck. And again, needs to punish that with back 1-2 from King. Doesn't get to. We may see the end of the game now. Yeah, he's going to get one mix-up. He's got gunk hand, and he uses it. Oh, that was just Risky Luck once again. Just when you think he can't go past 10, he takes it to 11. It was just, the guy's got so many gears.
Yeah.
Really good, really good.
He was down. He's like, okay, I'm gonna show you what's what now. I like the fact that he was using the hot kicks to stop that pressure as well. It's 3 in a row. Just 3 in a row. It's like, why not? Just do it. Just do it.
Okay, let's go back to it. Demon D got a round off Risky Luck and just decided to pop off with a key charge. we actually spoke about key charges in last week's Clash Summer matches, and it's one of those things, isn't it? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? He used it after the round was finished, so he wasn't using it as a tool within the game. He did it, I think, to show off.
And I think the context, they're having some close matches. We've had a good day, some good Tekken. I don't think it's a disrespect as some other players will take it as soon as they see a key charge. I think it's like, yeah, I got one on you, mate. I got one on you, mate.
I thought that, yeah. Yeah. And it's funny, you do it on me. You do it, I'm not saying it's a similar match or that, but I'm just saying you do it. I think you do it to get in the other guy's head.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah, I don't do it hardly ever, actually. I don't, after whether it's a corpse beating at the end of the round, I don't do that. I just stay. I'm honourable fighter.
So you got me with that term. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it's a term like I heard the developers say where they thought about turning it off where you can't beat up the character after, but it adds another mindset where why are you beating up my character and then taunting?
And it can put some other players off, can't it? There's actually, now you've said that, there's some pickups in Tekken that you can get, some character items, where it stops your opponent from being able to do that. And it freezes them.
Yeah, they try to balance that. We'll have someone that they can't beat up their character after.
I don't like that, though. It's a part of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
There's got to be a part of the game for heroes and villains. And there's a little bit of villainy in someone doing that. And we could see it, like it was clearly a pop off.
Yeah.
It was clearly a I got you moment. It was fantastic. I think Demon D's put on a really good show today.
I think they'd see it in the same way, like, okay, you've done that to me, I'm going to get you back. It's like that you get you, I get you back. It's not like disrespect as in, oh, how dare you do that. And I like the dynamic and the mindset. And King's one, I'm sorry, King's got one of the best one. He's got the swagger of it.
He kind of goes into a bit of a Bruce Lee thing, doesn't he?
I love that. He just doesn't do the regular boring run. He gets that nice swagger to it as well. I love it.
If you do it from back turn, it looks even better because he actually swings round as he's doing it.
Oh, nice.
He turns around to face the opponent. I love doing it.
Love it.
Yeah, so we're going into the next game now. Who have we got, Eternal Dragon?
So we have Goki X Akuma versus Mr. Napoleon. So Akuma versus Bob.
And if they win this game, I believe they're at 4-0 up on the second round robin now. If they win this game, that means they've taken all 3 points.
If they win this, it's over. Tyneside Guardians can't come back from this. It's been great matches, but it's like Bradford are going to take it for their second week in a row.
And it was interesting that in the last round robin, it was just when Tyneside Guardians were just about to lose the round robin on points. That's when they really kicked to the
Yeah, turn it to the next gear.
So it'd be interesting to see if they do that or not. Oh, yeah!
Stage again.
Forgotten Realm. One of the most poorly built buildings in Tekken. To be fair, it is a very, very old building. But in any case, I wouldn't want to insure it. Forgotten Realm has 3 floor breaks. Both characters have good tools to do that. Probably Bob better than Akuma.
Unless Akuma's done a crazy combo that takes you to spikes you high and then spikes you down. I think his would probably be a bit worse just because of him using the meter to spike you high in the resets. I think Akuma's one is worse on this level.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Akuma, he's the king of the combo video for the Belong Summer Arena Clash. He's been absolutely brilliant for Bradford, putting in some great combos. But obviously, Mr. Napoleon has just had some hype moments. Let's see if he's still got some fight left in him. Now this game, as we said, if Bradford take this, they've taken the second round robin.
Nice whilst under punish there. Probably could have got more off that. Probably could have launched him. But he's learning bit by bit. Oh, look at that. That was almost like a backstring blow with the focus attack.
That's a fully charged focus attack. It looked like it wasn't that far off.
Let that rip like the max level.
Oh, just whiffed it.
Yeah. Wow, look at that. That is a Street Fighter 4 jumping combo. Hard jumping, hard kick when you're low to the ground to cancel.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Eternal Dragon. I forgot about that move.
He could have got even more as well, went for resets.
Oh, are we going to see through all 3 floors in one round?
Sweep, sweep.
Oh, great block, but could have done more. And we are going to see all 3 floors in one round. Is he going to get a side wall spat? No, he doesn't. No. Again, do not blink. Again, just a bit twitchy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was thinking there. Too twitchy. You have the offense. You usually do that when your back's against the wall and you're... Oh! Lucky he ducked that. What is this? What is this?
Did he mean that? I'm not sure.
Did they both mean that? That was like some...
Yeah, both of them actually.
Some 80s kung fu choreography there.
Oh, very nice.
With the head.
Surely he's going to get this.
Stealing. What's that? Stealing third. I love that.
He's got 2 bars. And he's got 1 round to win. This is a tough situation for Bob.
Oh, wow. That's what we said about those cancels.
Look at the chunk.
Already, it's barely been 10 seconds.
Oh, could have gone back turned. He's going to finish it again.
Ooh.
That is a carbon copy of how that last round finished when he nearly got the win before.
Goki Sakuma's just waiting. You did the string, I'm waiting for the gap. You did it again, I'll wait for the gap. My while standing punish is there, launches him.
Very patient
Perfect
play.
as well, yeah.
Got hit by 6 attacks altogether, ducked to the sixth attack, and again just took a nice big chunk. And isn't it amazing what the difference is when you're patient playing against a character like Bob?
Yeah.
When you just breathe, you soak it all up. He pressed one button to his 6, and he won.
and he killed him, yeah.
Yeah, and took a huge chunk. Wow.
Initially, seeing all those hits, you think, all right, I'm going to jab in between because he's done a couple.
Yeah.
And that's what some characters, where they have delay strings, you have to change up your mindset because you're ready to jab. And jab's usually safe. It's not going to cause you much damage, and you're getting hit with delays and the fun of hitting the string. And we saw that where Wiki was fighting and he was getting caught by the last hit of the string. Good kicks Akuma. He's not falling for that. He's waiting, and that's what you have to do. Be patient. When you step back and you watch, things become slower in a way. When you're sort of rushing, you think, oh, that's so fast. But when you actually take a step back and analyze it, you think, oh, actually, I can see that. He's got 3 moves before he's going to do the high.
It can be so simple if you just slow down, think about it. But sometimes it just takes, as you say, it takes a bit of lab work. It takes a bit of practice mode, or just talking to your friends who play those characters, and having them explain to you what's good and bad about some of those moves. Now, this is important. So Gates said if they lose this game, that is round robin 2 sealed on points. The guys do play each other for the rest of the round robin though. It's really important for those players that maybe aren't as experienced, again grassroots esports, that they get to play out their games and they get their money's worth as well.
Exactly.
And they learn from it. You know, they're playing the big players, they're playing Bradford, they can play London, and they get their games in.
Once you play against the really good players, you're always learning. Even you get battered, you get stomped, it's close. There's always something to come away
Absolutely.
from it. And with Tekken, there is sometimes you're like, what happened? But there is a lot of times you can see, wow, he just kept ducking my strings.
Yeah.
And he kept launching me. So then you start thinking, okay, so if he's ducking, then I'll do mids. So it kind of answers the question for you of how to get better in other ways.
It's all good intel. And we're going on to Sook. Oh, moving unblockable, straight out.
Let's go for it, man.
Again, a big launch. While standing 2-2, loves that move. Doesn't go for the twin pistons. But again, with this stage, it's so small, you probably wall carry too much, you get massive damage. Oh, nice wall splat. Oh,
does it do anything?
Have you just let him in? Gugi Kuma is so close to having a bar. Once he's got that bar, it turns into a combo video. Here we go. Oh, the wall saved him. But only for a moment. He caught him ducking, hit him with the overhead.
Saved him twice, but still got the win. Goes low, puts himself back against the wall though. That's dangerous against Akuma.
Nice pressure.
Does he finish it yet? But he gets launched.
Gonna get a splat. Oh, nearly did a great adjusted combo. Look at this pressure.
Just relentless, man.
He was losing that round, you know?
Yeah.
It didn't look like it, but he was losing it for most of the round until the end. Oh, very nice.
Nice, I like that. That's where you delay the strings, delay the hits, but don't do nothing. And sometimes Mr. Paulina hasn't pressed anything after those mix-up opportunities.
Look at him going in. Doesn't have that much room to move. Goes to the blockable again.
I like the option, but just a bit short.
Combo video.
Now we have to take notice. He's got an EX bar. He can
This
cancel
might be
again.
it. It nearly was it, you know.
Oh, just chopped him on his head.
And that kind of rivaled risky luck for one of the quickest beatdowns we've seen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So Bradford have taken that second round robin on points. They will play out the rest of their games because, again, it's experience for all the players, old and new. Again, it's just Bradford. They build this momentum. They're like a steam train.
Yeah.
And they start running through their opposition. They haven't had easy games all the way through, but then they turn into this monster as the night progresses.
That's true. You talked about the boss aspect where you've got the boss down on life and he goes into his final form and just destroys you.
I like
and
that.
Risky Luck was like, okay, I'm just going to hit you with more burner knuckles, more hop kicks. Akuma just combo videos you, and Hwarang Wiki just too many strings, too many stuff, just mix you up completely. And and also I like the fact he does catch on patterns very quick. I know he had the back and forth with Mr. Napoleon, but he was realizing he's not blocking this setup, so he spiked him in the ground and launched him. He
Wicky's
did it
had
again,
good
he did it again.
adaptation for sure. And have you noticed actually from the start of the first round robin to the second, Wicky does the down forward 2 a lot more now because he's realised that the guys are coming in a lot and he just needs to stand there and eat that. Down forward 2, which is just down forward and right punch, it's safe. It's a safe uppercut. And if you know your player's running in on you all the time, sometimes just standing there and launching them with that is good enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, he has adapted very well. Who have we got coming up?
So, next match we have Wicky versus Suntan Superman.
Okay, Suntan Superman's given us some great moments, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. I like his thing. I like the progress. And I liked seeing how he was at the start and seeing the evolution as well. Just I'm hoping that when he has those clutch moments, when he gets the combo, follow up with the shoulder at the wall or get even the juggle as well, because he's had those times where he could have changed the dynamic of some of these earlier matches if he got the win. Some of them were actually match winning combo opportunities that he dropped or didn't optimize on it. So hopefully that in these last couple of matches he kind of tightens up a little bit.
Yeah, and I think his bread and butters are bread and butter combo, as we call it, when you're using a fairly basic juggle, but it never lets you down. I think he could take that away for the future on clashes and just add on an extra couple of hits, do something a little bit extra, just get that extra little 5 points of damage.
Exactly.
That can make all the difference over a set.
Sometimes it's not even damage, it's positioning. It's, as you said, Okizeme, it's map positioning, wake up option. Sometimes you don't go for raw damage, but that's how you start to evolve your game, where you start off doing max damage. Oh, I'm getting 17 points, but then you realise, well, I hit him to the other edge of the screen. And
I've lost my advantage.
Exactly. Yeah. Or I've spiked him down on the ground and he's right there. 50-50 option. What am I going to do?
Most top players actually take that option.
Yeah.
Over, they always go for the 50-50 damage.
Yeah, you're right.
Over time, that does pay off.
They only do it when they know the max damage will kill.
Going into the game now, straight away with a back 3 from Hwarang. Not messing around here. That's a big read to do that. Smashes through the wall. The wall's already gone.
Sweet bang. Just shoulders him. Enough of that.
No, perfect for you. And suddenly, he's up against it. Whoa! Do it again! Do it again! No! And
what's the mix-up?
That was a game of pure momentum from both players. Hwarang goes in, gets a massive chunk, and then Ben comes right back at him.
He had it. He wall splattered him. He had to just do it one more time.
Pushing each other onto the ropes. Next wall, is he going to get splattered?
Oh, he
no, not
spiked him there this time.
Gets the wall, it's gone.
He could have gone for a screw attack there as well, just to get more damage there.
And look at this, he's using his pressure so he doesn't have to worry about the fact he's on low health, but still gets caught. The timing on his launches have been so good, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. They get a lot of those hop kicks where some people be afraid to do, or so many, he's just been fearless. They've been paying off as well. Nice
well blocked
there,
on the low. You can't launch that, can you?
Certain characters can launch it, like Kazuya and Eddie. I'm not sure if Hwarang could do it.
No, he's not got. He's only got 15 frames out of that state, so probably hasn't. No.
It works in Fake's advantage, where you have to think, who am I playing against? And it has to change on what moves you use.
Very nice,
Yeah,
very good patience. Yeah,
you spoke about that down forward too.
Yeah, he's using it a lot.
Oh, nice shoulder. Nice spacing to just get the shoulder there.
1+2 break, goes through it again, he loves it.
I like the different option there. He usually done the down 2, went for the down forward 1 there.
It's a great
shoulder.
move, isn't it? Oh, take the shoulder! Is he going to pay? Is he going to pay for this? Eat some mix-ups. Oh, brilliant.
I wonder if he plays on a pad, because after that, if you run up and you do back 1+2 the shoulder, if you press diagonal by accident, you get that down move. So I wonder if he's playing on a pad, because that has happened to me in the past.
Good observation there. Now that look at them, they're both respecting each other so much, they're not really going in so hard. 1+2 break broken. Nice break. Good read.
Oh, a bit short.
What a whip punish.
Yeah, he did go for that option.
Is this
because
a kill combo? Oh,
wow.
Please.
Wow. I like the option that he went for though, Santan. I saw what he did. He blocked the low, so he went for the launch option, but he was just a bit short of it as well. Unfortunately, he got launched and paid the price for that. But we see the evolution and the thinking.
It was close. Like
Yeah,
that
it
one
was.
combo was the distance between Harang on the wall was absolutely spot on for him to do his max damage normal juggle.
Yeah.
Then to splat the wall and then do a full kill combo. And that's when you know your main. That's when you've played that character over and over again and you've got the right spatial awareness of the stage, which are all unusually shaped and differently shaped. That one in particular is very unusually shaped. And changes shape as you smash the walls down. So great awareness from Wiki there. Knew exactly the spacing towards the wall, knew exactly what he needed to do.
Yeah, we spoke about Suntan just tying up some of those combos. Again, he found himself where he got the wall splat. You just had to hit it once.
Yeah.
Just once. Another shoulder. The shoulder's the perfect option because it's just like a wall. It will hit high, mid, and low at certain opportunities. So he was just like there, and he didn't follow up, and he actually lost that round. And yeah, he's going to be gutted, but he's got some key things to work on there. Wall game with Feng as well. That's what he's got to work on.
He is looking like he's going to take some heads this season. He's only going to get stronger. He's got a lot at his disposal that he can do. As I said, just needs to tighten it up. Now, Wiki, when he's actually on the offense, when he's pushing ahead, these guys are all they just love big combos. They're always going for the hardest combo. They're always going for the biggest stuff. I remember seeing an interview with Risky Luck and a colleague of mine from another organisation, and he said, Risky Luck said, I always go for the biggest combos. I always go for the biggest stuff. And it's interesting that doing that, sometimes you put yourself at risk.
Yeah, it is a double-edged sword at times.
But when it pays off, it really pays off.
And it feels good when you've done it like max damage and people look, wow, he just done that. And it also, when you're on the other side of that, they might drop him. When I've been hit with max damage combos by certain players, it's like, okay, I'm not doing that move anymore because that's what's going to happen.
And it's oppressive.
Yeah.
It's oppressive to have to deal with knowing your opponent can not only punish you, but punish you with max damage combos. Here we go into the next round, next game.
Precipice of Fate.
Feng stage.
Yeah, relatively small stage. Fate could do well on this if Suntan just makes good use of those wall combos there, because tell you what, Wiki will. Just like now. Okay, actually drops it. Oh, wow, working on a perfect. There we go. Just distance slightly off there.
I said Feng stage, it's Dragon's Nest, it's his stage, isn't it? Looks so similar to me. Here we go.
Using the power crush. I like the option there.
Oh,
very slow,
what a sidestep. Very nice pressure here from Wiki.
Wall combos there.
Sidestep to make sure that he was clean against the wall for that combo. Very nice from Wiki, nice adjustment, chasing him down. When he saw Suntan Superman sidestep one way, he stepped with him. He's doing it again, do you see that?
Yeah.
Every time he sidesteps, he says, I'm going to go there with you.
What's the mix up now? Goes down for one. Backing off a bit too much now. Wiki's pushing it back to the centre of the stage.
Oh, whiff back three. Could have got launched for that.
There we go. He's done the whiff and he got it. I like the option. He done the flip over. He done the low that time.
Oh, went for the stomper Rooney.
Oh,
catches him. No, Suntan Superman, no.
No, back turn hop kick. He had it there.
He did have him indeed.
Oh, man.
Wiki making light work of it, but really when you watch the game, it wasn't always so easy as the score might say.
Yeah.
Suntan Superman, his timing on launches, really good. Needs to follow it through. We've said it many times before. Wiki, he's got one more game to play. He's put a shift in. He's getting a bit of grief from his team from losing a game. But I'll tell you what, he's
called him a
good.
sausage for dropping that game.
There's never a more northern team than Bradford calling one of their teammates a sausage. Well, brilliant. So the guys are going to play out the rest of their games. We may stay with them for one more while I invite them in. The guys have played their hearts out. They've played brilliantly.
Yeah.
As we said, being a grassroots esports competition, we're going to let the guys play out the rest of their round robin because that experience is so important.
It's all beneficial. This won't just pay off in this season. For future seasons as well, we'll see the region kind of get stronger and take note.
And you see, like for example, the guys, there'll be some guys playing in the same league as London Lionhearts. London Lionhearts are playing on the Tekken World Tour.
Yeah.
They play on some of the biggest stages. To know that you're getting games with those guys, it's invaluable experience. You win either way, whether you win or you lose.
Right, guys. So we